30 seconds. The show will start in 15 seconds, and this is your last audible warning.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
To all you people that fought it, to all you people that resisted, you're not the cattle. You're not the cows. You have a brain. You have a conscience. You have the intelligence, and you have the balls. And okay, it's misogynistic. You have the balls to stand up for what is right, what you know is wrong, and be your own master of your own body. These same assholes that say, oh, women should have abortions because they're the masters of your body. But not when it comes to COVID. Wow.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge Show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Stand by. I was talking to Dan privately, so I'm a little behind, but I'll be there just momentarily. Thank you. Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Me, Lummy, Dr. Dan, Macho Man here at the facility. Jay, I don't know if Jay's coming today or if he's on Clavin today. Either way, it'll be great.
He'll be on, though.
Oh, no, I know he'll be on.
No, he wasn't going to be.
What's that?
He wasn't going to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For today?
He cracked a tooth, and he was trying to get like an early morning fix on it, but I'm like, maybe it's not the day for you to do that after being gone last week.
Well,
I wouldn't have scheduled it then.
Is it a front?
I think it's like a behind the incisor. It's like almost back, like a premolar.
Popcorn?
No, chewing on a peppermint or a mint lifesaver.
Really?
The office has this big bowl as you walk in of the white lifesavers, and he will grab handfuls of them at a time, and throughout the day, pop one in and just start chewing on them.
Rather than to suck.
No, he's like the guy. Remember the old commercial with the owl? Like, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a blow pop or whatever it was, or Tootsie Pop? Like he sucks on it for about 5 seconds and he starts chewing.
I can't dog a guy because I'm the same way.
Yeah, I am too. I'm broken feelings.
I don't really know of anybody that can just suck on a lifesaver or a breath mint or those peppermint gimmicks that you get.
Takes a different kind of personality than ours.
I think it takes so far. I mean, I'm like, man, I want to, and I always say, okay, subconsciously, I'm just going to try to suck on this because one, I know it's not good for my teeth, but two, it'll last longer.
Right.
It'll do what I want it to do, which is maybe freshen my breath or whatever. Man, I maybe go 40 seconds.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
And then I chomp. Then you just chomp. Phew. Lummy, thank you so much. For the switch up today on my Omni Energy.
Yes.
You can go to Omni Energy Drinks or better yet, Steel Supplements. Go to Steel Supplements because they got the beef jerky.
Oh, yeah,
they got the whey protein. They got the pre-workout deal, the post-workout deal, the whole energy drink world, the canned water. They got so much stuff, it's overwhelming. And it's all under the Steel Supplement umbrella, but I've switched it up now, and I'm now an Omni Energy guy. And I do you have one for Dan?
I got just whatever flavor he wants.
Dan, I'll grab one at the break.
Actually, I was going to take him out there and give him maybe the peach one that you got, the Georgia.
Dan, if I could make a suggestion, I'm on right now the Georgia peach, and it is fantastic. So you might want to try that.
I've never met a Georgia peach I didn't like.
Oh, there's a very much an inside to that. Only those that know. Am I one of the very few that know what that means?
I think a lot of people can figure it out.
No, I don't think. Okay, people may be able to figure out. There might have been a hot chick from Georgia back in the day, but I don't know that they know the particulars past that.
Right.
Look at Dan's like, shut up. Even that's too much, bitch. Lummy, how are the Get a Box guys doing?
Oh, great.
Because Saturday, I was getting ready, for Tyler came over on Saturday, and so I had a couple. I forget what time he was like coming over like at noon, and it was like 9:30, and I was on my little mini, the mini the mini box. So I'm on it, and I'm going through the various different divisions and categories and stuff, and I'm doing nothing but marking down. I'm hitting, when you go to a subsection and then you like it, you can hit the down button and then like 2 over and you can favorite it.
Yeah, you put them in the favorites and it makes it easier.
Yeah, so I spent like literally 2 hours setting up my mini Get-A-Box to things and this was nothing to do with like current programs that are happening. This is more like movies or documentaries or things like that. And what I did is I went to each section and then how you can, they have a filter section. Mm-hmm. I filtered from the rating, like it's from 0 to 10 as far as rating. And I did, I filtered it with regards to the 10s being on tops and the 0s being, in one section it was like, I think it might have been in the Hulu or I forget what section it was, but they had like 10,800 different things to choose from. Yeah. So much that it took like a minute for it to get into their electronic hopper, so to speak. And I went and spent 2 hours favoriting, things that probably over my lifetime I'm going to try to watch, like documentaries and just things, old movies in some incidents.
That's what I was finding some old movies, and then I stumbled upon it, which was weird. Was on ESPN Ocho, the bubblegum blowing contest.
What?
Yeah, that was my.
Really?
Yeah, I sent Bubba. I sent you it. Big League Chew put it on. It was on.
Was it like modern or was it from like 1986?
It's from like a month ago. Oh, well, 10 months ago, but they were showing it last night.
Big league bubblegum.
Big league
chew.
Big league chew. So that stuff in the pouch, it's shredded.
Yeah. Do they still make that?
Yeah. They do.
They
sell it at Dick's. That's the last place I've seen it.
I never knew they even still made it. Speaking of things that you can buy, at a convenience store, I didn't know that this was an issue. And they're calling it gas station morphine. And maybe we need to get some of it before they take it off the shelves. But it's called 7-0. Has anybody heard of that? It's all over the news today, where I think Ron DeSantis or whoever's in charge of whatever they sell and whatever department or whoever would be in charge of what you sell, consumer goods, I guess, within the state and what they're selling at gas stations and open to the public and whatever. And there's this stuff called, remember for the longest time it was like Spice, and then you a lot of the Haji and a lot of the gas stations out there, independently owned convenience stores have a lot of this stuff that's kind of fringe.
K2?
Yes, it's kind of fringe legal, where like a reputable Wawa or like a 7-Eleven, big franchise convenience stores aren't selling it, but you can get into, the Haji Marts or the independent deals, and, maybe that's where they're selling it. I didn't know there was a stuff called 7-0, 7-0H, and they're calling it gas station morphine. And hold on, where the hell's that come from? All right, my bad. There. So I have an article. It was like a lead. It was the lead story yesterday on the 5 o'clock Fox local affiliate, and I never heard of it. Have you guys?
No.
7-0?
No.
First here at 5, the state of Florida is cracking.
And I might have you go buy some, see if we can,
The FDA saying it can cause serious harm.
Okay.
Yeah, so exactly. Good time to experiment.
So can a lot of other things we dabble in.
Down even harder on what officials are calling gas station morphine.
It is a highly addictive substance that parents say can ruin lives more quickly than you ever thought. Fox 13's Axel Bank is live in Tampa. And Evan, the Attorney General announced a new push today to make these drugs harder to get.
I mean, but you can get them at the gas station now.
Well, and sometimes it can take only a matter of days for someone to try it, become addicted to it, and then die. The state says that the company is behind.
Hold on. And something that they describe like that is currently available for you to go out and buy at one of these Haji Marts. You can, in several days, take it, become addicted, and die.
Jesus.
Now, Dan deals in that type of medicine. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dan, this is like stuff that, anesthesiologists and stuff would use, right? Like,
I like to learn more about it, but
yeah,
God.
Yeah. Just the description in alone.
Products seem to do whatever they can to evade the rules.
7-0.
Beautiful. He was the
Patty Wheeler found the splashy
Are
packaging
these two dudes that have died?
in her son Wyatt's bathroom and thought, uh-oh.
He told me, Mom, don't worry about this. This is just an herbal supplement.
Her intuition was, unfortunately, spot on.
They'll buy one, and then a week later, they're buying 5 and 6 and 10. And
Wyatt's experimentation ended after only 6 weeks when he died of an overdose of a concentrate that included a poisonous kratom, or what the Florida Attorney General is calling 7-OH, or gas station morphine.
Wyatt
Yeah.
died in his brother's arms, having a seizure.
The Attorney General announced today he is extending an emergency rule that will keep 7-OH as a Schedule I narcotic. Since 2013, medical examiners in Florida...
Like, what is it? What does it consist of? That's what Dan wants to know, so he can break it down.
have linked 500...
Can you try to do a global search on 7-OH ingredients, and then Dan can break it down?
187 overdoses to similar compounds.
And look, they look like the poop pills that I take. They look like psyllium husk, right?
Yeah, it doesn't look very harmful.
They look like some kind of herbal psyllium husk that you take if you've eaten too much cheese and you're backed up, like me.
New order will extend to the ingredients that make 7-OH to also make those Schedule I narcotics.
But
Hold on.
the reality is, evildoers will try to skirt the system. They will try to dodge, deviate, and come up with new ways.
Now, let me ask you a question, Dan, being a doctor and a lawyer. If you had Haji Mart down here at the side, at the corner, convenience store, a few gas pumps, whatever, and you're selling this 7-OH, and somebody they'd be able to track down you purchased it from there, and they would die, does that put you legally responsible, or does that put the manufacturer?
Both.
Oh, so potentially both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you on Messenger?
I don't know. Am I?
It's not showing you online because I just sent you.
I don't even know where I sign up at Messenger. I don't even know where I go.
All right, let's see if Macho can go in real quick.
To profit over public safety.
The Agriculture Commissioners...
Obviously, I'm not.
Yeah,
it looks like there's some grapes mashed together.
Says last year the state removed 23,000 packages of gas station morphine from store shelves.
You ever notice, man, it's called 7-OH. Where do you get gas station morphine at?
For violating packaging rules.
If adults are using kratom products for medicinal purposes, they need to know what they are receiving.
Doctors say they often see patients who are still conscious, who are able to get themselves to the hospital before they pass out. But weaning off the addiction is another matter.
A lot of them are self-identifying and realizing that this was really a bad decision, something that they shouldn't have done.
Man, this has absolutely hit me out of left field. I never knew there was such a thing that was so. They're talking about like it's straight heroin. Right.
Well, what's interesting is they usually use something like that just to be inflammatory and make it really, sound worse than it is.
Right.
But it actually binds opioid receptors more tightly than even morphine does. So it actually acts like supposed to be like 13 times more potent than morphine. So it's a problem. It shouldn't be out there, and I can understand why there's a push to regulate and abolish.
So they can
morphine comes from a plant. Opium. It's essentially the same thing, and so it just depends on what kind of plant you're getting, and what it's making.
Did you know one time when we worked for, I think it was either Sirius XM or Cox, I had to do a P test for. It was when I was still an employee. I forget where it was, but I had to do a P test, and I got called into HR, and they're like, you just tested positive for heroin. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, you just tested positive for heroin. So, like, we can't necessarily, I was getting, nice. Thank you, Macho Man.
There it is.
Hey, guess what, Lummy? I'm on Messenger.
All right.
Thank you. So they come to me, Dan, listen to this. And this is, I think you may know the outcome of what I'm going to say. So they literally, no, I forget. I've been an independent contractor since '96, so it had something to do with me getting new insurance or something like that. And they came back, had to do a urine test, and they said, you test positive for heroin. I'm like, what? Like, and then when they say that, then you feel like a real degenerate. Even though I've never done heroin in my entire life. So they asked me, do you eat like poppy seed bagels or anything with poppy seed? And my actual favorite dressing is Ken's poppy seed salad dressing. Like, that's my favorite. I don't like ranch. I don't like blue cheese. I mean, I can eat that if it's but
you like ranch more than blue cheese.
Yeah, absolutely. If I have
Let's just get things straight here. They're not equals.
If I have to, like if I go to a place and they have like a side salad or something like that, and I'll see if they got some derivative of French because I'm such a ketchup freak. But inevitably, and nobody ever offers poppy seed. You have to buy poppy seed salad dressing at the store. And I think there's only one or two manufacturers. Well, at that time I was on kind of was eating a salad for lunch every day. And because of my high levels of consumption of poppy seed salad dressing, I tested positive for heroin. Because isn't that, Dan, where heroin is derived from, the poppy seed?
Yes.
And so,
I always thought that was urban legend that can happen. But
no, you can actually Google it. Let me Google it. Say, if you eat large amounts of poppy seed, salad dressing, and or bagels, can you, and Dan, it was, so the people that were doing the test, like, listen, it's just a trace amount. Like, we've never seen a person that's a bona fide user test this little. Like, it's just a trace. And so I showed a trace of the heroin marker, if you will, due to the fact that I ate so much poppy seed dressing.
Yeah, it just says, yes, it can. Eating poppy seeds before a drug test could give you a positive result.
Yeah. Dan, how about that?
That's crazy.
Those are probably the luckier folks.
Patty, who is from Jacksonville, has...
And look at her. Like, she looks like a normal mom. Her son's a good-looking dude. Like, looks like he might have gone to TCU, Texas Christian University. Very, very good university. Like, well-dressed, borderline hot MILF.
Has done a documentary on what she lost when Wyatt died, in hopes that their story will help prevent the next family from encountering an unthinkable loss.
I had never in a million years imagined to be a...
All right, no, listen, I feel bad for her, but get us what it's made of.
Mm-hmm.
Get us that.
Well, he definitely got her eyebrows.
I sent you. Jeez.
Wyatt was the friend that
it.
everyone wanted to have.
Doctors do say that Narcan can alleviate the effects of gas station morphine because of its opioid.
By the way, for everybody that works here, we have Narcan in the bathroom.
I've seen it. I know exactly where it is in an emergency.
And we have an AED machine.
Yes, we do.
Which, those two things can
save lives.
Very much save a life. My stepfather would be here today alive. Had his clubhouse in his retirement community had an AED machine. Oh, you know what? They did. But it was locked. They had two units. One was locked up in the pro shop, and the other one had a dead battery.
Useless.
Like qualities, the state legislature...
And you couldn't sue them because they're all under like a CDC with an HOA kicker and an HDCA and all. I mean, it's like ridiculous. You couldn't pierce the gimmick.
Is being asked to take this up in its next session to make the rules even.
They didn't tell us anything about what it is. Did you send me a message?
Yes.
Today as to what this 7, and Dan's probably already seen it, right? 70H. Spend $189 and get free priority shipping. My Lord. All right, what's inside the 70H tablet? An ingredient breakdown. All right, here you go, Dan. Active ingredient, the compound that gives the product its identity. Fillers and binders. All right, we know what all those are. Here's the active ingredient. The reason a 7-OH is called 7-OH is the active ingredient. It's Dan. I'm gonna have to throw it over to you.
7-hydroxymitragynine.
Hold on. Can you do that one more time? Because I'm so proud of you when you say real smart stuff.
7-hydroxymitragynine.
Now, have you ever heard of that?
No.
Often shortened to 7-OH is a naturally occurring alkaloid found in the leaves of the mitogyrin. Well, Dan, take it over from here, please.
Mitragyna speciosa, which is known as the kratom plant. Manufacturers have sourced kratom leaves from the Southeast Asia, isolate or concentrate this specific alkaloid through a series of processing steps, and incorporate the resulting material into the tablet formula.
Continue, please.
Oh, the label will usually tell you exactly how many milligrams of 7-hydroxymitragynine is in each tablet.
I love this new game called Dan Reads. I love it.
The number is the most important piece of information on the package because it lets you compare products across brands consistently. This blog focuses purely on what 7-hydroxymitragynine is in as a formulation ingredient and does not discuss any of the uses or outcomes related to consumption.
So it sounds like, Dan, this in itself, the 7-hydromitraglyline, might be that's the bad guy in all this, whereas like I don't think anything that you're using as a filler or a binder.
No, that stuff's harmless. Yeah, it's all inert. Yeah.
Starch, some phosphates, some cellulose is a vegan, gluten-free, pH neutral, which makes it compatible with almost any formulation. All of this, what's this, Dan, right here? The
maltodextrin.
Yeah,
it's just a filler. It's another
lactose, flow agents and lubricants, magnesium, whatever, silicone dioxide. All this is just stuff to make it
work as a pill. Right. Just bind it and make it dissolve.
Lord, you gotta get. So Dan, in order to get this right here, the 7-mitraglycine, in order to get that, you got to put all of this stuff in there to be able to to
make it a pill,
to make it activate, or just to make it
not to activate it, just to make it a useful pill instead of just a bunch of powder.
Sweeteners.
You ever taste a bitter pill?
No.
Oh, God.
Oh, dude. There's some medications that taste so badly that
I always have like a big swig of water in my mouth, and then I go right down the hopper. I don't usually put them in my mouth.
Yeah, but you've used Advil, right? Which is the opposite. It's like a sweet coating on it.
No, I don't. I've never. Here's one thing, Dan, why I think when I get my blood levels taken, by the way, I'm due next week, but that I always have pretty good levels in my kidneys and my thing, because I don't take aspirin. I don't take Tylenol. I don't take Advil. I don't take ibuprofen. I don't take any of that stuff. Now I have my sleep medication. That's about all I really take. But I don't take any of that other stuff that I think is so highly coated. And it, in my opinion, it probably really, really stresses out your kidneys or your liver in order to break that coating down and to get into whatever you're trying to get into.
Well, Tylenol is definitely hard on your liver, and Motrin, ibuprofen's hard on your kidneys if you take too much of it.
Don't take it. Now, are my kidneys stressed out because I get kidney stones, or does that really not have anything to do? They just happen to grow and I guess formulate in your kidneys, but they're really, I don't think your kidneys are working overtime to have to prove. It's just the passing of it, and that's more of
no, you're wrong. Except when the stone obstructs and backs up the kidney. And that can happen. I don't know that you've ever had that kind of obstruction.
Absolutely, I have, where I go out to pee and I literally cannot pee, and my stream is like a trickle.
I'm talking about when it's going down, not your urethra, but between the kidney and the bladder. If it gets stuck in the ureter, or it's a giant stone that gets stuck in the, the body of the kidney and obstructs it there, that backed up kidney could have damage.
So, is it damaging because you're backing up your volume of urine, and could it stretch it, or could it just maybe?
Oh yeah, it would dilate. It would absolutely dilate, like any obstruction would cause.
And then is urine toxic in itself? Meaning, like if your kidney wants to get rid of this urine, and instead it has to keep it in there for a little bit, does it at that point? Is the urine in itself toxic to the kidney?
I'll do the metaphor of a water bottle. If you've got a water bottle and you open it, it's fresh. But if you open it and then leave it outside for 2 days, you're not going to drink out of it.
Oh.
And so just like a river that's moving is healthy, but if you get a river that's not moving and it's stagnant, it's bad, and bacteria can start growing, and it becomes damaging from like an infectious standpoint, but also the mechanical backing up into your kidney can damage the kidney tissue.
Hopefully, well, I don't know. I've had some as large as 12 millimeters before, but my average one is about 6 to 7. But even those, even my last
it's
one,
the 25s. It's the big ones, the ones that like will fill the whole calyx of the kidney.
The biggest one I've ever had would be 11 to 12 millimeters, and that was like giving birth. But I could still urinate a little bit, and that's where I take my Flomax, which I think is that medicine in itself. And you prescribe it to me. That kind of opens up your plumbing, so to speak, kind of dilates it, does it not?
Mm-hmm. And it increases the volume. And so
now, is there
that
any
helps.
side effects on taking Flomax, or pretty inconsequential?
You just pee a lot, right?
No, not really.
I guess once you get used to it, you don't.
Yeah, once you get used to it, then here's the deal. If I go, this might be bad, but if I go, if I miss, on the weekends or something, if I forget my Flomax for a day or two, man, I have a horrible stream.
It only takes a day or two?
Yes.
That fast, huh?
Yes. So I'm pretty much, I would say, and I don't want to say this because I'm pretty much addicted to Flomax, meaning if I don't take my Flomax, I triculate. I can't even really get a good
can't clear your shoes.
Yeah, and my stream sometimes will split because it's high pressure trying to get out, and it splits.
That happens sometimes after you ejaculate too.
Oh, really?
The split stream.
The largest stone that has ever passed naturally was 13.37 centimeters and weighed 800 grams.
Now, Dan, 13.8 centimeters is what, 100?
5 inches.
No, millimeters wise. That's all I'm trying to think of. 13.5 centimeters is how many millimeters?
It's 130.
Oh, my God. That would be the size of a quarter.
No. No.
Nickel?
Your hand.
No way.
It's
Dan.
How many centimeters was it?
13.37.
13.3 centimeters.
Your hand, Bubba, is 10 centimeters wide.
You're talking about from
your
pinky,
hand and your thumb.
You're talking about from pinky to thumb.
Yeah, the width of your hand is 13 centimeters.
There's no
if you
way.
Count the thumb.
What elephant passed that kidney stone? There's no way
a
human.
record.
There's no way. There's just no way. There's no way. There's just no way that you could pass that through your penis.
Sounds big. I don't want to do it.
Unless it was Lexington Steel or Long Dong Johnson. I don't think you. The size.
Maybe it was passed from a female. Was it from a male?
I'm trying to find that out.
It had to have been a female.
Had to be from a female.
Yeah.
No way can you choke that down your penis.
No, I can't imagine.
So anyway, listen, back to my original thought about 80 thoughts ago, and that is, man, go to getabox.com. What's our promo code on that, Lummy?
Bubba?
You just use Bubba as a promo code. I think you get 15% off, 10% off, $50 off, $25 off. I know it's a good deal. And I'm just telling you, it is absolutely a game changer. I just cannot sit here and rave about what you get. I spent 2 hours just marking stuff that I want to eventually watch. It's unbelievable. And here's the one thing: you buy it, and then you never get a bill. And if there's an update, as soon as you turn your TV on, it goes updating. 40, 60. It seems like I even know the updating sequence. It goes 40, 60. Then it stays for 60 for 3 seconds. 100, bam, and you're back in. It's unbelievable. Getabox.com. Use promo code Bubba.
In the Love Sponge monarchy, thou shalt not challenge King Bubba's authority ever.
Say it.
He's not on drugs. He's just weird.
The Bubba the Love Sponge show returns after these words.
I'm going to do a crystal.
Okay.
Is that their one-day sales on Saturday the 27th, right?
Yes.
What's up, Johnny Steele, Bob Cook, Rick James, Dirt Merchant, OG Balls to Jim, Bob Cook, Steve Zerson, New York Greg.
Oh, Bikini Bike Watch on the 4th.
Ooh, bring that up, okay?
I will.
Mad Mike, Jason Dembski, Barbecue Pitmaster 77, Pippi Jasper, FTEC.
Ooh, we might get in the 60s on crude oil. We're at 73 right now.
Yeah, it's gonna fall. It's gonna keep falling because now there's gonna be a surplus. Travis Carico.
Sleep, and while he raped me, please arrest Trump for stealing my keychain with my gym membership on it. I had last night when I went to sleep, and while he raped me in the Lower East Side, he stole my keychain again with my gym membership on it. And he stole my purse with all my gym memberships on it, and I can't keychain to get the barcode up for your gym.
Say it again?
That every time I log in, the barcode won't come up at my house. So it's harassment, and the gym's a piece of shit because you have to walk through a bubble, and please arrest Trump.
5,704 kidney stones in his life.
Jesus Christ. Torture.
Yeah.
At that point, they'd obviously taken us there. I was hoping we could.
Drew Watson.
Stein hit $1 million on his gimmick.
Fuck you.
Boom.
Big E, good morning.
Called it.
Silent. That has been really hard for me to.
We're gonna call the police 29 months. Good morning.
Jonesy, Kane Powers, Attack of the Dog, Pippi, Short Sugar, 3 Days, Yinzer, Smoke Slayer, S67 Ford, Black Guy, Smoke 44. Another spin. Kane Powers. Rare Stila. Rare Stila. Chop it up. Days, Global, Raristilio, Ripset.
Thumbs up at Joy Dirt Merchant. Tell him what's up, Bob Cook.
Jacinco.
Oh,
Chef,
Green
Chef.
Energy. Sorry.
Thank you. Mike, M48. All Blaze and Blues, Buck Bolshay. The Bob Cook. And Star. Blind Medic, good morning. Jonesy. So, Jonesy, why do you think the market's
Here's one to try to.
the market's going to get pounded today?
That's one of the flavors as well.
This is the beef jerky?
Yeah, let's
I thought you were giving me some
Dan,
fucking great.
Dan, wait till you have this shit.
That's just a, like with the barbecue one. No, there's
That's
like
a good
there's
one.
other ones too. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Jay tried it yesterday.
It's super tender.
It was so good to have Jay here yesterday. You know?
Yeah, I know. You prefer it than you. That's why.
C'est là, Bubba.
If you like the outdoors like we do, and if you have stackable toolboxes on your truck, job site, or on your utility vehicle, then you're going to need FUJ Outdoors LLC. FUJOutdoors.com offers you an array of covers for your stackable toolboxes to stop the elements from getting inside or breaking down one of your highest expenses of your company, and that, my friends, is your tools. You don't want a wet, muddy tool. It's like sand in your shorts at the beach, so cover them up. FUJOutdoors.com. Enter promo code BUBBA20 at checkout for 20% off your order. FUJOutdoors.com.
His rhetoric slowly sinks into your skull. Corrupting the synapses in your brain. Taking control of you. And there's no way to stop it. We now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
You know, we got 2 Harley places, and they're not in competition of each other because they're so far. One, of course, is my good friend Gus and Justin Nunley up there at Emerald Coast Harley, which is hosting the Missing Parts Ride. That's happening this Saturday. VIP party Friday night at the dealership. Lummy and I will be there both, including the ride that happens Saturday morning. And then Saturday night, Saving Abel is doing a special concert. Now, is that at the dealership as well, or is that at a club?
I believe it's right. It's right there.
You don't know?
No, at the dealership. No, I'm on their website because I'm on
Lummy,
their website.
and I don't know. Bubba just threw me a curveball, and I'm not mad at you, Lum. Just look it up, buddy. Give me the information.
I'm on their website, Dan. You can see it says Missing Parts After Party live performance by Saving Abel at the block
at the dealership.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So Friday night's the VIP party, all of which you can go to EmeraldCoastHarley.com. And I would suggest that you pre-register. That way when you get there Saturday morning, well, first of all, if you pre-register and you buy the VIP experience, then you can be there Friday night. Otherwise, when you get there Saturday morning for the Missing Persons Ride, they're looking probably at 3,000 plus bikes. It's an unbelievable cause. It's to develop these devices and instruments for people that are military people that have lost their limbs and are amputees, for them to be able to ride a motorcycle again. It's really a great cause. Justin Nunley's a big proponent of this, and hey, I think this is him and Gus's main deal. Like, this is one of their big philanthropic things that they do. I'm going to have Justin and Gus on tomorrow. I need to send them the Zoom link. We may already have it. And need to get a hold of Gus today and say, hey, Gus, can we make sure that you're not on the 2,500 baud AOL sign-up remote, please? Because remember how horrible it was last time?
And it looks like the post-party, once you get back to the club, you go to...
once you get back to the dealership.
Well, they call it, the club. You go to the Block Club, which is outside the dealership, down the street. It's 3 bars under one roof.
Okay. I wonder if Gus owns that, too. Probably. So anyway, man, if you're going to do it and participate in any of this, please go to their website and sign up. And that way, when you go like Saturday to show up for the ride, you just give them your name. They have your stuff ready for you. They tell you what position to get in staging for your bike, and you can go. Otherwise, you got to bring your money and your credit card. You got to sign up, sign all these papers, stuff that you can do online. What will take 3 minutes if you pre-sign up is going to take you 15 if you got to do it right there at the table. I'll be driving. I think Austin Wolf from Wolf Fencing is going to be driving. Lummy's not driving.
No,
Lummy is not a motorcycle driver.
No, I'm not.
I am. I've had my motorcycle license since I was 15 years old. I already sent them my motorcycle endorsement and my driver's license, so they have a bike ready for me to go. It'll be me in the Merch Crick and in the ride up front, hopefully, and then Saving Abel thereafter. It's a Friday, Saturday deal. At Emerald Coast Harley up there in the Fort Walton Beach, Destin area. Then my other Harley Davidson dealership is Crystal River Harley. Just go to crystalharley.com. Now, they got all kinds of things going on, including this Saturday. They got a Hog Chapter destination ride. They got a Jackknife. They got Jackknife Live, which must be some band. A band. Yes. They got an ice cream dealer ride. They got a meeting, I guess, from the Hog Chapter, and then I can't believe they don't have it on their calendar at crystalharley.com. Their one-day huge sale. That's what I've been promoting. The fact that as soon as they open up on Saturday the 27th, which is this Saturday, is that Saturday or Sunday? That's Saturday, right? Is that Saturday or Sunday?
Their store's closed if you look at their calendar.
All right, so that's Saturday. But they're putting all the prices on all their used inventory, and it'll be $2,000 or $3,000 or more cheaper than if you were to buy this bike on Friday or on Monday. It's a one-day sale only, and at the end of business day on Saturday, prices go back to what they regularly were. So if you want to look at their pre-owned inventory, you got your eye on a particular bike, I don't even care what it's listed online as. It's not going to be that price when you roll up there Saturday morning. And no pre-sales, no laying any deposits down. It's first come, first serve, and it's at Crystal Harley. So that kind of encompasses the Tampa, Orlando, Ocala.
Yeah, Gene's taking his up there.
Gene's actually taking his bike for service because I got a couple outlaws that got their stuff worked on here in Tampa. I ain't going to mention no dealership names. And they completely didn't know what they were doing. So a couple of guys told me I need to take my stuff up to Crystal. And I'm like, well, hold on. I think that's the place Bubba's. Bubba, do you do Crystal? Yeah, I do Crystal. Oh, great. Well, anyway, they work on a couple of my buddies' bikes, and I got a muffler situation and a clutch situation. So he's already been on the phone with them, and Gary Cox the hell out of them as well.
Of course.
Just like he did Adam from Fenderworks. I go to see Adam at Fenderworks, and he's got, Gene's like now on his fourth vehicle that he sends. Poor Adam can't even make a living because he might as well just be Lasker's body man. So I got my truck over there as well. So anyway,
Crystal, for July 4th, they're having a bikini bike wash.
Yeah, that's not a bikini bike wash. It's a bikini bike wash.
Yes, I got
Dan,
excited.
have you ever been on you've definitely been on a motorcycle, have you not?
I used to own a 1966 Electra Glide when I lived in New Orleans.
Oh, for real?
It had a pogo seat. It had electric and kickstart. And it was kind of like the early version of like a Heritage Softail.
Yeah.
You're a Softail kind of guy, right? Like a Heritage Softail kind of guy.
A Street Glide or a Softail or a Fat Boy.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like.
You're not a Sportster guy.
No, like this, let me show you what kind of guy I am. I'm going back to Crystal Harley. Like I like a bike like this.
With all that fairings, all that stuff.
No. Here's what I want. I want this front fairing, and I don't necessarily want that back one. I don't.
No, because then you look at like that. You and Merch Quick should have those like headphones.
Right here.
Helmets on.
Right here. This is what I like right here.
Yeah.
I like the sporty front fairing.
That looks like Colton's bike.
Yeah, and this is a road glide. I like a road glide that's got the sport fairing because it kind of keeps.
It makes a difference, doesn't it?
Well, it makes a huge difference. And then the other thing is, you don't have the big grandpa saddlebag in the back. You got a couple sleek saddlebags to on either side of you where you can put your helmet or you can put some sodas or whatever the hell. But see, that's still pretty. I had one of these. I actually had one of these at one time. I think they're 102 cubic inches. But I'm a road glide kind of guy. Like this. This is exactly what I... And you can pick this thing up. This is a 22. I don't know what the price of it is.
$18,000.
Yeah. That's a $30,000 bike.
It's probably going to be cheaper on Saturday.
Yeah. But see, I'm not this kind of guy, Dan. I don't like the windshield like that. I don't like that. I don't necessarily mind the sissy
I love
bars
that
back.
bike except the windshield. I would just take the windshield off, and that bike is golden.
I would too.
It's a Heritage Softail.
That's a Heritage 114.
Yeah, that's a great bike for $14,000.
Yeah, for $14,000.
That's a steal.
But you take that grandpa fairing off.
Right.
Yeah.
And I prefer like the leather saddlebags on the side than the hard plastic ones. Do you like the fringe?
Yeah.
The tassels? You're not a tassel guy? See that 21 Heritage Softail right there, that 13.9. That looks beautiful to me.
Right here.
Yeah, that's a beautiful bike.
Yeah, that's
black shocks.
Yeah,
I like
that.
I like the
black
shocks.
And that's a 21.
Yeah, I saw a beautiful Harley this weekend when I was heading back from Anna Maria. And it was just an old skinny guy, but it was glistening. It was so chromed up. It was just sparkling.
I kind of like sometimes some ape hangers on it, Like a little bit of an ape hanger gimmick.
What's an ape hanger?
Kind of where the handlebars kind of sit up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
They call those ape hangers.
Yeah, like that one that we just saw, like that black one.
Yeah, you had like a
Those are cool. The only problem is like when I had it in New Orleans. New Orleans is a great place for motorcycles because there's not a lot of high speed people in the city. It's not you're not doing the 80 miles an hour in the city. Tampa Bay,
and you can maneuver around on a bike. Like some states let you go down the middle.
Right. Right, and there's if you drove ride your bike down by the levee, I mean the whole left side of you is protected, so it's just so much safer than Tampa Bay kind of scares me because I've gotten drilled on my bicycle so many times. I just get scared on a motorcycle here in Tampa, but I love motorcycles. I've always been infatuated by them.
But the older you get, the richer you get, the more you're worth, the more people that are dependent upon you for making a living, the less you can be on a motorcycle.
Yeah, it's kind of like skydiving. Right now, it wouldn't make sense.
Or out riding a roller coaster or something like that.
I'll be a roller coaster at that age.
Not me. Not anymore. I'm done. I'm done. I'm a Land Rover. I'm telling you right now, we are probably going to, by the time we get these in 3 weeks, we're probably going to be sold out of them at the rate that the new Bubba Army Daytona Submariner inspired. Which, by the way, it's actually wider than a real Rolex Submariner. It's
the size of a Sea Dweller.
It's the size of a Sea Dweller, whatever that means.
That's the one that's bigger than the Rolex. That's bigger than a normal Submariner that looks like a Submariner. So the Sea Dweller.
They come in two different gimmicks. They come in the all stainless, which at this point, man, they're almost neck and neck as to what we sold. But the all stainless have sold about 15 units more than the two-tone gold. I have probably 25% of everybody that's buying these things are buying two. About 25% of all sales, people are buying two, which is awesome. Which, I mean, for $150,
that's nothing.
I mean, my Lord. The same people that's making mine make the Trumps. I talked to the guy yesterday. They manufacture the Trumps. And he's like, Trump charges for what? My watch is identical to Trump, except for Trump's signature and the word Trump right at where Bubba Army is. And he's like, Trump's charging $4.99. Now, he's the president, and you're just some radio personality. But, I mean, at $74.99, I'm not making a lot of money, but I'm getting the logo out. I'm getting the brand out. And here's the thing. No matter what you buy from my store, I'm usually 30 to 40% cheaper than if you buy the similar product, like with a Lightning logo or a Bucks logo. A lot of times I'll go to the Lightning or the Bucks or the Rays and see what they're charging for their backpacks or for a lot of them don't have Ridge wallets, but and say like, my God, they're selling Lightning Stanley inspired cups for $69.95. I'm going to sell mine for $29 or I always try to be drastically cheaper and not really worry about profit. I make money on them. I mean, I'm making some money on them, but I'm not making. If I was to sell them for $399 or $400,
yeah, you're making $350 on it.
Well, it looks like the only difference between yours and the Trump one is Trump has his face lasered on the back of it.
Oh, yeah, I don't have my face lasered, and I don't want my face lasered anywhere, quite frankly.
You would have needed a 44 millimeter.
Yeah, I would need, thank you. I don't know. I mean, I got to say, though, Dan, if you would take total face circumference, yes, I am fatter than our president, probably, but, he's starting to get that gob, too, like I've already gotten, and, I would say that my face may not be much bigger than Donald's, if not. He looks like he's kind of got a big head, doesn't he?
He does have a large head.
I sent you the watch with the picture on the back, but it looks like they really thinned him down for the picture.
Yeah,
did they really? Like a glamour shot.
Kind of like our thumbnail. I mean, kind of like
what do you mean? We took that yesterday.
If you look at our thumbnail, man, I wish I was that guy. I mean, I'm thinking, everybody does it. Why not put my best foot?
Scroll down a little bit. You'll see it's a third picture.
$600.
Yeah.
See right there.
Yeah, that we don't have that.
That's kind of cool, though.
His face is pretty thinned down.
That's from like 35 years ago.
That's from when he was 40.
That was like 2001.
Yeah, that's from when he owned the Trump Tower in New Jersey. So anyway,
Jesus.
Maybe next time, Lumby, we
Catfished.
put a big Bubba Army logo back. Yeah, but for the extra whatever it costs to do that, I really don't think. And I also don't have anything on the crown because they couldn't get my logo on the. See right here?
Oh yeah.
They couldn't. Like, we just can't get your logo's too big in order to put. So I was like, I don't need anything on the crown. I just want it to be wide, thick, and the same weight, or if not more, than what Trump's is or what a Daytona Submariner / Sea Splasher or whatever Dan says it is. So
Sea Dweller.
And Lummy, we don't have anything in here because I don't know, like.
Well, yeah, that's just. But those little things, I don't think for someone that's $600 watch.
Yeah. You want to pay $75 and have just the Bubba Army logo and a badass watch, or am I going to put all this nonsense in there? And I'm not going to have fireworks and America 250. I don't even know what I would put down here. I put Bubba Army there. I don't even know what I'd put down there. My signature, maybe.
That's too busy. Yours is perfectly clean.
Mine's clean.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, here. Mine's clean.
Yeah.
Clean, super
Boom.
clean. That one's
Clean.
gaudy.
Yeah.
The other one's gaudy.
Yeah, Trump, you're gaudy.
Hey, by the way, Bubba.
Bubba Army merch, Bubba Army shop, Bubba Army store. I would think about getting this probably by Friday.
Dude, today or tomorrow? You're selling out. I saw the numbers.
I'm
if
just
they
saying,
don't do it fast, they're gonna be wishing.
I think we'll have some Friday.
By the way, Bubba, holy shiz! This beef jerky, I tried it, dude. It's freaking incredible.
I've tried a lot of beef jerky in my lifetime.
It's soft. It's good.
We're talking about the Steel supplements,
yeah, the
beef
Steel
jerky.
stuff.
The people that make the Omni energy drink. I got to tell you, I'm not a beef jerky expert, but I like beef jerky. I like it a lot. And the one thing that I noticed, which you just brought up, is just how soft and fresh it is.
Yeah, it tastes very fresh. It's delicious. Has a little spice.
It damn near melts in your mouth.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
And go to steelsupplements.com, go to the beef jerky division, and they got about 46 divisions up there from your pre-pump to your after-pump to your protein to your energy drink to your bottled water to your canned water to your beef jerky. They got it all.
But goddamn, that beef jerky's good.
It's good as hell. It really is, man. Who's the dude that owns it? What's his name? You don't even know.
No, I don't.
Big pumped up dude. Who's your guy?
Bing.
Yeah,
Bing.
Bing.
That's his nickname. Yeah, Bing.
Bing.
Yes.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Bing, for us potentially doing business with you, my friend.
God damn, that jerky made my day.
We will not let you down. Have you tried?
I'm meeting with Vince today. He's second in command over there.
Vince, love you.
Are they all jacked up?
No. Dan, have you tried the peach energy?
Yeah, I'm drinking it right now. It's also delicious.
Yeah.
But this jerky is literally like this jerky is literally like one of the best I've ever tasted.
Yeah.
I'm not like Mr. Beef Jerky either, Bubba, but you can tell right away with the first bite whether or not it's good stuff. And this is delicious. I mean, this is literally as good as it. And I'm not just saying that. This is just unusually delicious.
I judge jerky by what is it called? Jack Links or what's it called? The oh, here I got it right here. It's called Jack Links.
And the owner's name is Jason. Jason is his name.
Is the owner?
Yes.
Jacked Up Jason.
Jacked Up Jason.
That's his new name. Jacked Up Jason.
He does all the car shows, Dan. I'm sure you've met him.
So listen. So Jack Links is kind of the most widely publicized, and you'll see Jack Links commercials on Fox, and they really, really, really are probably the most heavily advertised. They're probably the biggest beef jerky people in the space. They're the ones that have the Bigfoot concept and stuff like that. All the commercials that you see, they spend tens of not hundreds of millions of dollars on advertising, and their beef jerky is pretty good by beef jerky standards.
It's the standard, but it's not the best.
They're the best I've ever had until I had this, and then once I had this, Jack Links is absolutely garbage compared to this. I mean, this stuff.
I'm not just saying it. It's really good.
I don't know if it's the lack of all the better ingredients and not a lot of preservatives, but it's great stuff.
It's better. It's the better cuts of meat.
There you go. I don't know where these people. First of all, this woman. Look at her eyebrows, and she claims that Donald Trump raped her yesterday and took her car keys that had her gym membership fob on it.
Because I'm kicking Melania out of bed and raping this girl.
Because
this girl
Melania-
really turns me on.
Because
I got an eyebrow thing.
Me and Melania had a torrid threesome with Ivanka last night, and they took my car keys.
Please arrest Trump for stealing my keychain with my gym membership on it.
Now, Dan, you know about what people might do aesthetically to their faces. Is this where she shaved all of her eyebrows off and then penciled them in with like a Sharpie?
It looks like she did it with like the biggest magic marker she could find. But yes, that's what she did. She
Shaved
may have
them off.
tattooed that. That may be tattoo, Bubba. It's look at she's rubbing it. It's not coming off. It looks like it's almost tattooed. She shaved her eyebrows off. And what is stuffed in her
I was
nose?
gonna say, what's in her nose?
I don't know. Maybe
aliens?
I don't know.
My keychain with my gym membership on it. I had last night.
Trump raped her.
When I went to sleep, and while he raped me in the Lower East Side, I stole my keychain again with my gym membership on it, and he stole my.
These people are rolling around our country willy-nilly. Like, this bitch needs to be locked up in an insane asylum immediately.
My purse with all my gym memberships on it, and I can't even log in to get the barcode up for Pure Gym. That every time I log in, the barcode won't.
I'm trying to figure out what she's got in her nose. Like, what is those? Is that paper towel? Is that Kleenex?
Was she like a nosebleed from all the drugs and she was just stuffing it? I don't know.
On my app. So it's
Looks like
harassment.
it's just stuff with like tissue.
And the gym's a piece of shit because you have to walk through a bubble and sign in that way. You can't call the
Hey,
gym
Mom, meet my girlfriend.
to get somebody to come out and help
Nice
you. No one
shaved
will
head.
ever answer the phone.
Answer the phone. Hello, White House. Yeah, Donald Trump raked me on the Lower East Side of Manhattan yesterday and stole my... ma'am, Mr. Trump's not left the White House in 3 days. He wasn't on the Lower East Side, sweetheart.
Etc. So I've been in the financial district numerous times, walking around for an hour, with all my bags and everything. Everybody watches it go on, and nobody helps me one fucking bit.
Oh, well, what a nasty talker.
To try to log in. So people want to complain that I'm taking an outdoor shower, then maybe you should fucking help me.
All right, enough of you. I've seen you.
So she has a gym membership just so she can shower because she's homeless?
That's what a lot of homeless will do because, you can like with Planet Fitness or these big franchised gyms, you can get like on a special, you can get like $9.99 a month gym membership. And, and they'll go in and they don't ever lift a weight or get on they just go and shower and stay in there in the air conditioning as long as they can until the gym people literally run them out. But here's
how often did you shower at a gym, Lemmy, in your life?
I mean, things change a lot, Dan. When we were growing up, like if we had weightlifting as part of football, then we showered afterwards at the gym.
I'm talking about going to like a Gold's Gym or a Planet Fitness or one of those places, and then after you work out, you jump in the shower with your flip-flops and talk to the other guys naked in the shower.
No, none.
I've never done that.
I've never done it.
You know what?
It's not my wheelhouse.
First of all, I am the fattest guy ever to have his own gym, but I've always had my own gym since like 2005. So please don't sit here and think that I'm Johnny Fitness. I do not use my gym like I should. It's still over at the other studios. I'm trying to sell some of the pieces so I don't have to move so much over here. But that being said, when I did go to a public gym, I would just bring a towel and maybe a new T-shirt so that my car wouldn't get like your sweat from your shirt all over your upholstery. For the most part, your shorts aren't that. It's just your shirt that might be sweaty. Get a new. Maybe go into the locker room, Dan. Take your shirt off, dry off with a towel, and then put a new T-shirt on. But that's the extent of it, right? Like I'm not taking a shower with my flip-flops and my
little bag of soap and shampoo
and my little bar of soap,
little shower caddy.
Yeah, no. I'm getting in and out of there as quick as I possibly can, and in some instances, I'm not even using a locker. I'm just having a bag with me, carry my bag around. So the Prime Minister of Great Britain resigned 2 days ago, and good riddance, you woke-ass piece of shiz. It's because of you that the Great Britain's in worse druthers than we are. They've been overran with Muslims. They're so woke where, like, I think might have been Dan a week or so ago where it was giving me a scenario if him and I are at a restaurant in Great Britain and we're just talking about whatever we're talking about. The person next to us is offended by whatever we're saying. She or he calls the cops and they arrest us for having a private conversation that somebody else could potentially hear, and they're offended. Like, we could literally be saying, hey, Dan, this woke stuff, this gay pride stuff, this, two homosexual men that are able to foster a kid and then, one's a registered pedophile. Like, man, we need to burn a timeout on all this woke stuff. Just that.
That could be offensive
and Dan
to
would
them.
be like, yeah, I know, man. It's just crazy, man. We need to vet these people a little bit better. I'm tired of all these woke ass, weirdos running up and down the street. That's it. That's all we said. Well, suburban Karen here or whatever, she gets offended by it for whatever reason. She calls the Buckingham, whoever the hell you call in Great Britain.
Get the bobbies out.
And they come over here. They yoke me and Dan out of our beautiful lunch, and we take us to jail because the bitch beside us was offended.
Well, can you imagine the lady we just watched with the shaved head and the eyebrows? We'd be all going to jail now talking about her.
Yeah, but she'd be okay. They'd let that bitch just roll around willy-nilly.
Yeah.
The real thing though that's really upset the people of Great Britain over the last 4 or 5 years is that this unchecked migration from Africa has created just cultural metamorphosis within the Great Britain, and if the locals complain about it, they get yoked up.
When we return, I'll play that weirdo, the Prime Minister's official response. And what was his name? Keir Starmer. Brian Kilmeade says, "See you later, buddy." Brian covered it yesterday. I'll do that, and then I got an instance of what is actually happening in Great Britain, and it's on this guy's watch, and it's why he had to resign. What's he, the head of the Labor Party? He said, and I, as the head of the Labor Party, resign, and I've already talked to His Majesty the King and let him know of my official resignation. Good riddance, you woke-ass weirdo. Do that next.
If you want a deep dive into the Bubba the Love Sponge show from the past, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back after these words.
My nose. I think you got to take it off.
I'll take a look at it.
Here. You might need some light.
I got light right here.
It's been here for years.
The red thing?
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah. I can pop that off.
And then that one on my...
This guy?
Yeah.
We can take them both off together. Don't judge. We can do that.
And then I got something right here I want you to look at, but not now. No, I can't. I showed you. I'll show it to you later. This is one that I'm actually most worried about.
Oh, really?
It's black. I'll show it to you later. So I'm going to see how my mom's flap does until next Monday.
Okay.
And if
I'll
it
check
does,
by then.
yeah,
That's fine.
I think it will figure out what it's going to do on itself by then.
Yeah, it should fall off by then, but it's not up to trimming.
What's up, Ziggy?
Oh, wow.
We'll get to it. What's up, Uncle Rocky, Thuggish Ruggish Nerd? Straight dirt merchant. Is it Iggy? I'm trying to put you in a corner.
Iggy! Iggy, can't you see? Sometimes your words mystify me.
What's up, Jeff Reason? Mariana Jean? What's up, Jeff Coy? What do you think of the peach?
It's good. I'll just get my protein bar out.
You gonna buy one, Snaz? What's up, Gripper Lips?
Say again? What?
Snaz. I was saying about a glow bug. Yeah, trash cat's different kind of heat.
Genie's got a flap. Fuck you. Good morning.
Building profanity delay. Please stand by. Per FCC regulations, this program is on a 40-second delay.
Guy's playing hardball.
Human misery has never sounded so good.
My life is over and I'm gonna wind up working at Red Lobster.
We're back to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Got a text from my buddy Doc. You know Doc that made all the Bubba Army signs? Oh, yeah. You know, that the fabricator to the stars?
Yep.
He's made all the Bubba Army signs, indoors and outdoors. He said that Jacked Up Jason is his good friend, and he does a bunch of fabrication work for him on all of his cars.
Oh,
so
really?
So we got the Doc connection. Yeah, start throwing Doc's name around when you talk to Vic and Jimmy and Fred and John. Johnny.
Of course.
Please do.
Yeah, I guess they were out at Cars and Coffee at Armature Works over the weekend, and were giving out a bunch of free Omnis.
No, they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess they go down there.
Doc says you want to meet him. Yeah, in due time, I really would.
Yeah.
I'd love to meet the dude. Here is the Prime Minister of Great Britain officially resigning, and this came out of nowhere. And I think the way the hierarchy is set up in Great Britain, the king actually is just a celebratory like figurehead and has Now, I don't think it used to be this way. I don't know when it changed from that, from the king being the boss to prime minister deal. I think was it back in the probably Churchill. Was it William Churchill? Was that his name?
It was way before that, Bubba. And the current family, the current royal family, cut a deal like 150 years ago that said we can stay in office as king and queen and keep our wealth and our castles, but we're going to give up all of the actual, leadership of the country and defer to the prime minister and the parliament for that. And in return, we're going to be a ceremonial king. We're going to keep our wealth, and we're going to have some official, tasks, like the prime minister has to confirm to the king and check in with the king, and the king has to confirm the prime minister, that kind of stuff. But it's all ceremonial. They have no real authority except for administrative stuff.
Right. And that happened.
And they're the wealthiest, besides the Rothschilds, the royal family of Britain is one of the wealthiest families in the world.
I heard next to the Vatican and, a smattering of a few other, and probably Elon now, they're in the top 10 of family wealth. 5 probably, yeah. Now, is Elon, does he just destroy it now that, now that he's officially a trillionaire from the SpaceX IPO, does he absolutely destroy everybody?
I think any individual, but if you collectively look at the royal family, they may have comparable amounts. I don't know. There's priceless things. Some of the jewels that they own are priceless, so it's hard to put numbers on them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I guess they got
a lot of priceless stuff.
Some of these, diamonds that they're the size of a basketball or something like that. They have some
right and royal
estate
crowns that have 200 carats of diamonds on them.
Well, and just their real estate.
Right.
They own
castles.
15 25,000-foot castles. And so, it'd be interesting. But I think that's a smattering of what it is to be a trillionaire. Who's number 2? If Elon's, I don't know that the next person is worth maybe 350 billion. I don't even know.
I think it was that Mexican media guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, go ahead. You're on 813-902-8222. 813-90 Bubba. Go ahead.
Larry Page.
Good morning, Bubba. This is Mike from Miami.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, I know you guys are in between getting your apps together, but I don't know if that's the reason why it's happening on my side. But I listen to you guys through the Bubba Army app, and every time you guys go to commercial, it goes blank. I gotta log off and log back on, listen to the commercials, they didn't get back to you. Every time there's a commercial. Is that normal until the HQ comes out?
Let me throw you over to Lummy.
Are you listening on the old app?
He's listening on the old app.
Yeah, we have no control. We have no control over that.
Yeah, we don't even have any control of that. I would go to your Safari, and if you're a Bubba Army HQ, are you a Bubba Army HQ subscriber?
No, I looked for it, but I thought it wasn't out yet. I couldn't find it on the app.
Here's the deal. You got Facebook or YouTube?
Yeah.
Go to YouTube, search at the Bubba Army, and or X or Facebook or Rumble or just YouTube's probably the most efficient. And just type in at the Bubba Army, and you can listen to us. And you can actually watch us as well there. And give me 2 weeks to get this new app out. We start beta. We, meaning me, Lummy, Macho, Gary.
Yeah.
We start beta.
I heard about it.
We start beta testing Thursday, meaning we get the app and we're going to spend a week with it trying to make it fail in some way, shape, or form, and then give our.
I remember you were talking about that.
So give me 2 weeks, and then I would say by then you'll have a very efficient way and a very, very user-friendly app to just go and to be able to catch the show. And it won't, one of the things that happens now is if your screen goes off because it timed out, then you lose the stream. That's
right.
But
that's why I listen to you guys on the Bubba Army app. So all right, cool.
All right, buddy. Thanks. Appreciate it, Mike from Miami. Appreciate you.
Larry Page is number 2, 299 billion.
So 300 billion.
Yes.
Next to
wow, that's a big discrepancy.
Yeah, that's 3 times. I don't know how many. Isn't Elon like 1.1 trillion?
Yeah, he's 1.1 now.
So, Dan, what's a 0.1 of a trillion? Would that be
100 million? 100 billion. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 100 billion.
Yeah, it's another 100 billion.
It's another 100 billion. So just your point is 1/3 of the richest, second place richest man. Just your 0.1 is almost as rich as the guy behind you.
I will resign as leader of the Labour Party.
He was a terrible leader. He led the.
By the way, we just had this guy on last week, Brian Kilmeade. Love that guy. He was dead on about the Iranian negotiations, was he not? Mm-hmm. And he says, good riddance to this piece of shiz.
Labour Party.
He was a terrible leader. He let the borders go wide open. He let anti-Semitism rage in this country and push back on anyone that was concerned about the Muslim extremists that were taking over their streets. So congratulations, hit the road.
Now, here are things. This is something that is about a week old. There's a white kid on a moped. And it looks to be like a black kid. Completely rear naked chokes this guy. It looks like he almost kills the guy, but he certainly renders the guy unconscious and then takes his moped. And I don't know that they did anything about it.
Just for those that are interested, this happened in Hedden. Oh. As you can see, they're attempting to strangle the guy off his motorbike. Luckily, another guy intervened and the police were called. The guy has been taken into custody. How much more can we go through? This lad.
Now, this obviously seems like a woman that maybe was born and raised in Great Britain, and she's like, this is what London or Hayden or whatever the hell this particular community is. This is what's going on in Great Britain.
Was lucky to get away with his life.
And to me, it looks like he's trying to kill the guy. I mean, Dan, okay, once you get the guy off his bike,
right? Let him go. Move on.
Get on his bike and steal it,
right?
And go about. You don't have to continue to choke him out to the point where it looks like to me, it looks like his body's lifeless. Right here, look.
Taken into custody. How much more can we go through? This lad was lucky to get away with his life. Absolutely disgusting.
And why didn't this person right here intervene? Why didn't this guy right here do something? Be like, hey, bro, stop, man.
Because you know why? Here's why. Because this douchebag that was in charge of England would come down on the white kid for intervening against the black kid. The dystopia that they've experienced in Great Britain over the last several years is astounding, Bubba. They would take the side of the migrant every frickin' time. It's disgusting. And anytime you try to highlight this or post this on Facebook, then you would get in trouble because you're stirring up hate against these migrants who have no right to be there.
If our show was based out of Great Britain and they could get to our studios and
we'd be done.
And we were kind of armchair quarterbacking this particular situation, or even given our displeasure to the Prime Minister and saying, good riddance, you piece of shiz, they would have us yoked. Completely yoked.
That's the reason I was afraid to engage with that guy last year in New York, because New York has that sort of twisted mentality. Remember the Australian guy that intervened on the subway? He got chumped up on charges because he was trying to help. But God forbid that you assault a black guy in New York or in England when you're trying to protect a white person, because they're going to throw your silly ass in jail.
And who's taping?
The second vulture. The second vulture. And that is those people, all the assholes that are experiencing this kind of these human travesties, and instead of intervening, they pull out the freaking camera and start videotaping. They are the second vulture.
They are.
Just like that famous picture of the vulture by the starving baby. The second vulture was the photographer. God damn you for not helping and trying to profit on your video or your picture.
Trying to go viral.
That is the evil of humanity right now.
Viral. Everybody's trying to go viral.
Right. No one cares about your fellow human being. They just care about themselves, their social media, their viral, their money is BS.
When you see these teen takeovers, You got, probably 50 teens that are acting like savages. Then you got another 100 teens that really aren't. They're just watching the event, and they got their video camera, their phones, just completely trying to go viral on on Insta or TikTok or whatever. And regularly back in the day, somebody would have intervened and said, "Stop! Whoa, hold on." Instead of me getting footage of this on my iPhone or my Samsung, whatever I got, I'm going to actually try to step in here and do what's right. But that person's so absorbed with getting a quote-unquote viral moment, which, listen, let me tell you something. The most viral moment that any of you are ever going to get might be worth like $1,500. I mean, like, you can get we had a video one time on Facebook that did almost 90 million views, and we made like $3,000 or $4,000 on the deal. And so maybe that is a lot of money for those people that are trying to be viral, but it's a one-time deal. I don't know that it's necessarily worth letting something so illegal happen right in front of you, and again, I think Dan described it really, really efficiently, and that you're a vulture. And maybe perhaps they should yoke you up for not doing something.
Fucking knife is a thief, look. Thief!
Now, this guy better shut up, Dan, because they might yoke him for, calling this black guy a thief in the middle of, sir, you're under arrest. Put your hands behind your... Why? Because you called a black guy a thief loud enough for another human being to be able to hear it.
Fuck off, babe. No, I'm not having it.
Oh. That's what I'm saying. Someone's telling him, be quiet, because you're going to get in trouble for heckling the guy.
Right, so the female cop tells him to be quiet, and he goes, F off, babe.
Oh, he definitely should be going to jail then.
Make you famous, mate. Don't worry. If your knife don't make you famous, I will, kid. Sausage.
Yeah, I don't know if you call somebody if sausage.
What's sausage mean?
I don't know.
What's the slang of sausage?
I don't know, man.
Hey, sausage.
Hey, sausage. Now, and so this again,
I gotta find out about this.
The degenerate, today's younger generation, let's say 18 to 30, that do not have good parents, that just have pretty much grown up in front of an iPad or a video game, don't have necessarily a mom and dad type structure, or have been just absolutely allowed to be monsters because people that are raising kids nowadays usually don't have the same values. Lummy, what did you send me here?
I saved you why some people don't step up. This guy from Starbucks fought back against a robbery, and Starbucks fired him.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Harris was working drive-thru.
We were just going about our normal day. Two robbers walked in.
One suspect walks behind the counter and shoves a female worker to the ground.
I was scared, but also just calm at the moment because I was just like, whatever we could do to just get them out of here.
I'd be so afraid the guy was going to shoot me.
Yeah.
I really would.
It would be perfect.
The robbers demand money and strike Harris with a gun.
After that point,
pistol whipped him right there in the side of the head.
Right, at that point, all bets are off. I don't care what the policies are. I'm going into survival mode.
And if Starbucks sued this guy, I'd be suing Starbucks. And I think, Dan, you are, part of lawsuits and what have you. A lot of times, all the attorneys have to do is hit play, and that tells the story. Like, there's not a lot of moving parts in the deal. The video tells it all.
Vision went black. I was like, I'm about to get shot.
A customer in the drive-thru sees what's happening and reverses her car.
It was definitely a life or death situation in my eyes.
Now, Dan, let me ask you a question. If you're that person in the drive-thru, and you're Bubba Clem, Dan Diaco, Lummy, I think you're strapped.
Yes.
Mach, I don't know if you're strapped or not. Oh, yeah, I'm strapped. It's called my biceps. Oh, yeah, along with a tricep kicker. Yeah. And we are in the drive-thru, and we can see what's happening. We then make entry into the, not the drive-thru portion, but the walk-up portion, the inside portion of Starbucks, and we gun these guys down. Are we going to prison for the rest of our lives, or are we heroes?
It depends.
Probably depends on where. If you do it in Polk County, Grady's going to give you a Medal of Honor, and if you do it in Seattle, you're going to be in prison for the rest of your life.
So, true. In common law, you can use lethal force to stop a forcible felony. if people's lives are in danger.
Right.
And so arguably you should be allowed to do that. And in many jurisdictions you would be applauded and given a ribbon and a key to the city for it.
And in other places,
but in other places like in Manhattan, they'd criticize you. And in England.
Or in Seattle.
Or in Seattle,
Los Angeles.
Chicago, any of those places.
Yeah.
Thank God we live in Florida, because
I love living
I'd
in
be
Florida.
the guy that goes back in the, I'd be like the guy that would absolutely go in the back and try to help.
I would too.
Especially if I had what I needed.
I got a really nice handgun. I got one of those Judges.
Oh.
That's what my daily carry is. And basically it's a 6-shot handheld shotgun. It shoots 410 shells.
Right. I know the Judge.
Yeah. And it's nice. And Dan, I got it staggered. I got slug, double-aught butt, slug, double-aught butt. I got 3 slugs and 3 double-aught buck.
And do you know which one's coming first?
Double-aught buck. That's coming first to spray you, to get you down, and then hopefully I can get a bead on you and put a slug in you. Don't you think that's the way it should go? You do your spread first, right?
Yeah. Because your first shot's going to be off.
Right.
Because you're nervous, you're moving.
Right. But so my first shot, I'm just trying to wing you. Because that double-aught buck, people don't realize, man, double-aught buck will kill you.
100%,
Double-aught buck
Bubba. You
will
shoot
kill
that in the center mass, it goes a couple through the lungs or the heart, you're
Right.
done.
But it's going to certainly spread and disable you, whether it hits your hand, hits your face, hits your arm. My double-aught buck's going to spread, and then I can laser in on my slug, and that's it's a 45 caliber slug is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Worker also fired after this, saw a suspect lower his gun, so he shot.
Hold on, I think maybe I missed a very important part here. Who got fired?
Situation in my eyes.
Another worker also fired after this, saw a suspect lower his gun, so he shoved him and noticed the gun was fake.
The trigger broke off when they hit him with it. My coworker announced that it was a fake gun, right as he got it off of them. And that's when we jumped and started to fight them a little bit more.
But now in prison after robbery convictions. Harris says he got a call from corporate.
They said, "This is Starbucks. We are terminating you effective immediately."
He hired attorney Ryan Krupp.
You have the right to self-preservation. You have the right to make sure that you and
Michael J. Fox from 22 years ago.
your family are not going to be physically harmed. Full stop.
Krupp says Starbucks' response could lead to a future deadly outcome.
All it's going to do is dissuade people potentially from protecting their own lives when they may need it the most. And that is not a world that we can live in.
Starbucks did not respond to our request for comment.
Well, they don't want their employees engaging, for the safety of the employees as well.
I know, but
trying to de-escalate things.
It'd be an incident by incident. I'd visit it incident by incident. In this particular case,
once a homeboy got struck by the fake gun in the face, I think he had full reign to do whatever he needed to do.
Absolutely. So back to my original, what I was talking about, and that is the new generation of kids. And if they don't get their way, they just flip out. And it's a two-pronged deal. One, these kids, if they don't get their way, by the way, no is not and I'm talking about, people 16 to 28. And I don't think have been raised with having to accept no as an answer or an option. They'll just continue to do whatever they need to do in order to get their outcome that they want. And so this particular situation, there's an African-American girl, and she goes to Walmart. And the black hair products, the straightener, the dye, the perm, whatever they have with regards to women's hair care products. I'm assuming it's like hair dye, hair straightener, a perm, all that kind of deal. Well, the African-American products are locked up. And probably because of the amount of theft. That's what usually...
You can lock up what's getting stolen, Bubba.
Right.
If the big 14-foot ceiling mop isn't the one getting stolen, you don't have to lock it up.
Listen,
if the Jerry curl's getting stolen, lock it up.
I was driving to Ocala one time, and my cigarette lighter phone charger, which is all I had, after a while the cords get brittle and it wouldn't charge my phone anymore, and my phone was down to 10%. and I knew I had, I got to have my phone.
Of course.
And so I stopped by a racetrack gas station, went inside, looked at the car chargers, and they were locked up. Like, you couldn't get them off of the display gimmick because they had this little lock on them. So I went over there and said, hey, man, I want to buy this. And they're like, okay, no problem. I wasn't offended by it. I mean, I think black people and white people and Hispanic people, I think people rip that kind of stuff off.
Oh, yeah.
And so as a store, they have the right to lock up products, that people steal. Well, this is probably a subsection of women's hair care products that are highly thieved, if you will. This woman flips out, and we have two pronged here. We have one, her actions, and then two, the judicial system that doesn't hold these people accountable. I got 5 or 6 stories alone today of woke-ass liberal judges that have let people go that should still be in jail or never have given bond. In one instance, I think I got a guy that was arrested 38 times, and these woke-ass liberal judges let these people back on the streets, and that is not a deterrent and just accelerates bad behavior. This will make you sick. This woman's pissed because the hair care product she wants is locked up. So what does she do? She doesn't go to the cashier or to the manager or the person working in the hair care product section or the nearest associate and say, hey, I'm interested in buying some of this Jerry Curl 6 or whatever the hell this is. Can you unlock it for me? Sure, no problem. Here you go. Take it up at the cash register, pay for it. Nope. This is what she does. So she goes to what looks like maybe the soda bottle or...
Looks like wine.
It's wine. Oh, yeah, it's wine. I'm sorry.
Those are like $40 a bottle.
Yeah. So she goes to the wine section and starts doing this. And everybody just watches, including Dan, the second thief that videotapes it to get... And thank God she did, or we wouldn't have this footage, but... Here we go. Nobody intervening. Her allowed to do this, all because they locked up her hair care products. Because these people can't be, this generation can't be told no.
I like her outfit too. It's nice how the fat hangs over her black sweatpants.
It literally looks like she just got out of the shower, and it looks to be just a bra.
It's a bra and then sweatpants with her underwear showing. And her gut hanging over.
Look at this.
Don't you kind of wish it would explode up and to get some glass in her eyes?
Yes. If there's a God above, then that would happen. It just absolutely befuddles me. And then finally, on both ends of the spectrum, this bitch, two dudes, I guess 2 white guys in Arizona have a taco place. It's called Pool Boy. And I guess it's a taco place. And they are a couple of, I don't know if they're white guys or black guys or Hispanic guys. I think she, in the video, says that it's white guys. And the reason why she's mad, this suburban Karen, is because she doesn't think that 2 white guys should be able to make their investment into a restaurant and do well or have a good product or get a good review or people like it and come to their place. And she then instead wants to give them a bad review, not because she's had any of their food, not because she had any bad service or a bad experience, just based on profiling who the owners are. Now, it looks to be she's a woke-ass white bitch, so it's nothing to do with race. It just has everything to do with woke-ass white bitches. And that's a big problem. This just absolutely boggles my mind why you would automatically wish bad things on somebody that's trying to infuse money back into the community. They're paying taxes, they're paying property, they're paying business taxes, they're paying rent. There's somebody that probably owns this building that they're a tenant. when you have a successful business, you're paying into the local or county municipalities tax code. I mean, Dan, between your two businesses, it's hard telling what you guys pay to Hillsborough County and the state of Florida, and then federally.
Oh, it's a lot.
A lot between your law firm and your plastic surgery deal.
Trigger warning, this is a unfriendly review of Pool Boy. I really thought I wasn't going to like this place because I'm just over kind of white restaurant culture here.
Catherine ass.
Here we go. Let me just play it again. By the way, she hasn't even tried anything there yet.
Right, she's starting off with a negative review.
And she said, trigger warning, because I'm over white culture restaurant ownership.
I'm just over kind of white restaurant culture here in the Valley. I think the food quality isn't that great. And white culture in general in the U.S. is giving racism, misogyny, and pedophilia these days.
Really?
I like to put her in a room where she has to spend the night in a room with 5 migrants from North Africa that are currently in England and see how she looks in the morning.
It's just such a bummer to see another.
By the way, just that lisp, that white girl vocal fry. Now, these are the two owners. These two dudes here have probably scratched together their life savings and are trying to provide a great product for the people that live in this area.
What do you notice about the front of that restaurant, Bubba?
It's clean.
Yep.
It's
meticulous.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Meticulous.
And then
the inside is meticulous. It's pristine. It's beautiful.
If you look at the menu, I mean, this is a place me and you, Dan, would go to lunch.
I want to go there.
Pool Boy Taco, $4.
I'm heading there. Uber Eats.
Tacos. They got all types of different the classic sides. Of various bowls. They got some margaritas. They got fountain drinks. They got sides, guacamole, chips, queso. This looks like
you can get red beans or African American beans.
Such a bummer to see another duo, white men, brothers, opening a really, really mediocre restaurant.
Have you tried any of it? Or do you automatically, does it suck based on 2 white dudes that own it?
Overall.
Now, here's the deal. If you were a white guy or woman that was analyzing a minority-owned place, that 2 minorities put their money together and tried to do the right thing, and you automatically started it by saying, trigger warning, I just want to let you know that I am absolutely over minorities owning restaurants. I am so over this. They would say, like, you're racist, and, you'd probably get fired from your job if it's they would kill you. Not kill you, but they would.
What if you did a review as a white guy about the black barbershop in St. Pete?
Oh, and hold on.
And was critical before you even walked in. I'm tired of this.
And my hate wasn't because I got a bad or good haircut. My hate was the fact that 2 black guys own it.
Right.
I would be ran out of town. I would be ran out of town.
Rightfully so.
Every platform canceled. Rightfully so. But this is okay. This is completely okay.
I think this place really represents the state of America. It's white men doing things that aren't that great or remarkable just because they're the only ones who have the capital to do it. Because of centuries of the patriarchy and racism.
I'm just telling you right now, man, it is open season on white dudes. We are absolutely the hunted right now. And we can't act that way, but they can act this way to us. That's racism. That's absolutely racism.
Absolutely. Being criticized for being white is racism.
Racism doesn't have to be black on white, white on black, Hispanic on white, white on Hispanic. Doesn't have to be any of that. It can be white on white. If you are being racist based on a person's ethnicity, and you're automatically walking into an establishment and saying it sucks based on not the product, not the service, not the cleanliness, not anything other than who it's owned by. That's systematically racism. And this bitch ain't going to get canceled. When we return,
she probably needs to lose 40 pounds and pay attention to her own vagina, and she'd probably have a happier life.
You know what, Dan? Here's the problem. Her vagina is inactive. It hasn't
Inactive.
Had, it hasn't
Exactly.
had and listen, I don't know what, you're a doctor. You might be able to help me out. The endorphins that are released when you are having intercourse or you're being sexually stimulated by whatever you're stimulated by. Hopefully it's an adult. But, whatever your jam may be sexually, if you're not getting that jam, if you will, that vibe, that kink, then I think that if you are getting it, you potentially might release some type of endorphin that makes you a happier person.
Bubba, if you have sex on a regular basis, you are happier, you are smarter, and you are healthier.
Well,
and that has been proven.
I should be Einstein at this point, and I'm dumb as a rock.
Let's all take a moment.
Remember, this show is about words, not actions.
Okay, there is a God.
More of the Bubba the Love Sponge Show after this.
Guy is the same guy that was on the treadmill.
Oh yeah,
he's that great.
Hold on, I am so.
I like him.
Hold on, I am so
big fan.
I'm such a fanboy of this guy.
Yeah, I love him.
You don't understand. I'm gonna do that, and then I got the Guthrie. I got to pay that. I got to do that payoff. But speaking of dumb,
oh God,
did you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you didn't see it, did you, Dan?
No, I didn't.
Okay. There's no way this is real. And if it is real, we're fucking in trouble.
It is real because this guy finds the stupidest fucking people on the Whatever podcast.
My patience for pretty girls that are stupid has gone down dramatically over the last 2 years.
Were you just talking to him?
Huh? Just seeing it, it's just we're inundated with it now.
So are you saying a lot of people are less educated than they used to be?
It seems like they're the ones whose views are being the most publicized and the easiest to get a hold of, and what's being thrown in my face is just dumb motherfuckers. If you have big tits, you don't need a brain. Back like in the 70s.
That should be your slogan.
You have big tits, no brain needed.
Yeah. Apply for new tits.
Get me out of this door.
Hey, everybody, give me my thumbs. And drop a comment, too. Please. Hey, Dan, did you see this woman with breast implants?
The saline ones with the mold?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it.
And my observation is, okay, there's mold inside your implants. I don't think that's going to get into your body.
Nope.
And okay, that's not good or whatever.
And probably the douchebag that filled it didn't fill it with, sterile saline.
Right. So
bacteriostatic sterile saline.
I don't think that's really. I think you're making a big deal out of nothing.
Yeah, she is. And she's probably reviewing white restaurants too.
Yes, probably.
What's up, New York, Greg? Thank you.
New York, Greg. What's up, pimp?
What's up, White Iced Tea? Iggy, Ziggy, Pappy, Big and Greasy, Ned's his Erpy, Bidey, Way 93. I think I said Jiggy.
We need some more pictures, guys, for our video wall.
Organic Gene. Smoke. Mitchell. What's up, Nick the Gun Guy? Iggy, good morning. Creatine.
Hey, look, how you doing, my rumblers?
Say redneck.
If it's dealing with construction and forestry, road building, concrete, minerals and crushing, agricultural and turf, golf and sports, or maybe just a good old-fashioned rental, Beard Equipment is your place to be. More information, go to beardequipment.com. With dealerships from Mobile, Alabama, 9 locations in Florida, 2 locations in South Carolina, Cincinnati, Nashville, or Kentucky, Beard Equipment's got you handled. Your exclusive John Deere dealer. For more information, beardequipment.com.
Broadcasting live
Filthy bastard!
from the den of sin. Just leave your morals at the door.
Yeah!
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
3 things I want to cover in this segment, and then I got a teaser for the next segment, that being the Carmelo Anthony 911 call that was released yesterday. Also, a woman that got saline implants, and the doctor made a mistake in some way, shape, or form. Dan exactly knows what happened. We'll get into that. But she lifts these 2 saline implants, and they got little pieces of mold in them, and it's like, okay, so it's a contained system that's never going to leak into your body. You got them out. I don't know if you exchanged them for gummy bears or the new technology, which is far better than what. I mean, Dan, there's been a lot of improvement in the implant industry in the last decade, has it not?
Significantly, yes.
Compared to like a girl that's got a pair of salines from 15 or so years ago, even though they look great and they're still doing good, that's about the time they start kind of timing out a little bit, aren't they?
Yeah, 15 years is a good time to replace.
And in today's
10's probably a little too early, 20's way too long.
So 15. And that's and most people aren't having problems with them when they change them out, but realize
no,
that
it's easy. It's just like it's like a wheel, Bubba. If you replace the tire before you get a flat, you don't damage your wheel.
Right, or it's like an oil change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you wait until your oil's low at 21,000 miles. So speaking of which, Lummy, I have. So I went to go pick up the Crown Vic yesterday from Alex.
Oh yeah,
it's in the ditch, of course.
Oh, I was there yesterday. I was
gone. I was gone.
Okay.
As soon as the show left, I went over there and got it.
Okay, because that's where I was wondering where it was.
But now I think the power steering pump's blown. So I go to make a right, and like the wheel feels like a semi, like it won't turn. And so then I came back here. The fluid was low. So I put power steering fluid in it. It seemed to remedy it a little bit, but then I don't know if I got a leak. Then it started acting up again. I got to take it to Terry.
Was it clean with a full tank?
No, it was clean, but it wasn't. It was no, not a full tank. But I think that he pretty much left it where he got it. Like I think that I left it to him with about 3/4 of a tank, and that's where it was. So he was actually good.
Good.
Like by Alex Stein standards. And Lummy, you're saying this is real.
Yeah,
like
real.
This is real.
Yeah.
And this really makes me feel smart. Because I'm not the smartest guy in the world.
You're a lot smarter than you think.
I think I'm smarter than I than people think, or than I potentially might give myself credit for. But, you know, when you got people just telling you how stupid you are all day, then you kind of start to believe it. So I'd just rather err on the side of being stupid and occasionally show you some brilliance, and then you'll be proud of me, than me try to posture myself as being smart, because I'm not. But I am.
It takes intelligence to be funny, too, by the way.
It takes intelligence to be dumb, too. So this is the whatever podcast, and
yes.
And I think it's a very, very, very hugely watched and very popular franchise within the podcasting world.
Yes,
very much so.
Yeah,
and they got we were doing this way. I mean, remember we used to do the stripper like we did stripper trivia and stuff like that. We should go back and dig some of that stuff up, Lummy, and send it over to the Mills guy. Some of our stripper trivia, since it looks like dumb strippers or dumb hot chicks are kind of a thing. So this is a video from the Whatever podcast, and I actually had to ask Lummy today, is this real? Like, is this like...
It's as real as her hair.
Yeah. And Lummy, like, you know, usually he's like, oh, no, Bubba, that's AI, or let me run it through, and let me, like, whatever, so we can not get bamboozled.
But you see the extensions, right?
Yes, I can, yeah.
Both of them.
And, you know, like, I had to ask Lummy if the lethal shooter is real. Because I got to tell you, Lummy, I get down these rabbit holes. I think I'm borderline a fanboy for this lethal shooter dude now. Like, I just am I got 4 videos to show you today from stuff that I watched yesterday on Lethal Shooter's Facebook page. And it's just, it befuddles me why this guy's not in the league. Like, I don't get it.
Now he's 40.
Yeah, is he 40 now?
But he, like I said, he only averaged 11 points a game in college.
So has he just refined his shooting skills, or what?
I think he refined it, and he also is wide open.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, here is 3 dumb blondes, and that's all I can say. I mean, they are stupid. I mean, they are dumb.
The United States gain its independence from?
And, of course, the answer is Great Britain.
Europe. I can't.
Who was the first president of the USA?
George Washington.
He had a top hat. Yeah.
She's thinking Lincoln.
What's his name? What's his name?
Abraham Lincoln?
Okay.
Wait.
What do you think?
Yeah. Lincoln. I think it's Lincoln, too.
Yeah.
They're going that top hat.
Lincoln. What country is the Great Wall of China in?
I mean, really? Really?
Tokyo?
What language did the people in Idaho speak?
Idahoan.
That's what they say.
Someone blurted out.
Idahoan.
How many years are in a decade, Gemma?
Obviously 10.
12.
Which just goes to show you, pretty girls are given a pass in life.
Of course,
they're absolutely given a pass in life, and they're just shuffled through the educational system because they're pretty, and they're really stupid. She says 12. How many years in a decade? This girl says 12.
How many are in a century?
Obviously 100.
500.
What is the closest star to Earth?
Now, I don't know this one. Is it the sun?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then I knew it. I think one of these bitches gets it, Lummy.
Really? Oh, wow.
Okay, relax, Fido. What the fuck?
The North Star.
Yes, the North Star.
The sun. Oh, the sun. No. The Lone Star.
Hold on. The North Star, the sun, and the Lone Star. The North Star, one of them gets it right, but the 2 stars, one's a Lone Star, which is like what they call people from Texas. It's the Lone Star State. And then the North Star.
What country is the Panama Canal in?
Yeah, Portugal.
What country did...
All right, so yeah.
Essentially,
I'm just gonna watch more of that.
Like, what city is Talladega in?
I sent you his ex, so I mean, it's literally all.
All right, here we go.
War 1. What decade was World War I?
I think
Wasn't it the 1920s?
No, it was the teens.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What it lasted into the 20s. I think it started like 1917.
It ended in 1918, I believe.
Oh, did it?
1919,
Okay. There you go. I would have missed it.
19 or 18,
I would have
yeah.
missed it.
I think it was in
Just throw it out.
the 1800s.
Okay. Where, though? 1850? Where? 18.
Dan, at least I was within 10 years. Like, I mean,
You were close, Bubba. You were right. Yeah, you're right there.
I thought it
You were
was.
right there.
I thought it was like 1918 to 1922.
Yeah, I think it was like it was like 15, 14 till about 18, 19.
Yeah. So I mean, I was within the margin of error.
80? 1810?
I don't know.
1930s? 1920s.
20s.
She's the closest.
1890?
Okay, you over here?
Should be building railroads.
1890, I don't know.
Primary decade of World War II.
30s and 40s. So it started in the 30s and ended in the. Am I right, Dan, or is it
Started in the late 30s, 38, 39,
Yeah.
and then went into 45.
like 44, 45.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was in like the 1920s or 40s.
Okay.
1960s?
60s?
1940s.
40s?
1930?
What percentage of men make at least $1 million a year?
Oh, I don't even have any idea.
It's under 1%.
You think?
So, Dan, you're saying less than one.
It's one.
That has to be like 1%.
All right, so she might be right. Of course, this gold digging bitch knows that.
Exactly.
5%.
10%.
10%?
2%. 30%.
30%.
30%. I wish.
It's 1 to 2%.
We're talking American dollars, not Chinese yuan or whatever.
I'm not going to cover that story. Although, yeah, I might as well. No. I got so many other things that I need to cover. So I got completely down a rabbit hole with the lethal shooter. And this is my new go-to guy that I follow on Facebook and X and Instagram and all that. And he's a guy, you can give me the backstory. He says he's 40 years old now, and he's got it's lethal shooter across pretty much all platforms. And he's this African-American guy that is just absolutely unbelievable from long-range basketball three-point shots.
Yes.
And like some of which are half court. And he does, and then he reads the comments and people that are hating on him like, okay, you can't shoot off the dribble. You don't ever shoot from the corner. You don't ever shoot while, running. So he goes and reads all these comments about, what he can't do and why he might just be as good as he is based on, what he's not doing. So then he goes and does what the people in the comments are saying he can't do. And I think this one was, running, you can't, you can't hit a three while running. So he gets a treadmill. Now, this looks hard. I don't even know if like the most accomplished three-point shooter like Steph Curry could even do this. Watch how hard this is.
That's incredible.
I mean...
That is absolutely incredible. Can you imagine shooting a target like just with a rifle or a pistol on a treadmill?
No, while running.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine doing that.
And so this, now you know why I get down these rabbit holes, because I'm like, oh my God, people can call me stupid, but this is just totally amazing. And to show you that it's real, he actually misses one.
He's still making excuses. You know he missed it too.
And by the way, so the one thing, Dan, when he misses, his ongoing gimmick is, I won't miss two. I won't miss two in a row ever.
Yeah, I know I ain't missed it too.
Do you now? Then he puts it around. Do you know how hard this would be? I don't know if Larry Bird. I don't know if Steph Curry, the great.
Those guys could do it.
Now,
it'd be like baseball. It's like you watch these baseball guys and they throw 98, 99. Everyone makes like a big deal about it.
But
Why they're in the league?
But this is arguably, if you know anything about 3 points, this is the hardest angle to shoot from. Straight on top of the key is easier. Clear on the baseline is easier, but when you get that halfway in between, you really can't bank it. You're at a kind of a oddball angle, And this is the hardest part of a three-point. So he's on his treadmill. Dan, do you find this as incredible as I do?
Yes, I do.
And let me, I just don't know why he's not on a team if you're that good, unless you can't be that good D'd up.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I mean, look at like football players when they can hit marks anywhere they want. A quarterback,
unacceptable.
Put someone in their face.
Then he gets real mad. Unacceptable. So he missed one.
Well, we'll miss 2 in a row.
Damn, he's good.
I mean,
y'all thought this was a game, huh?
And see, his gimmick is he kind of talks smack, like he's talking smack, which that's his gimmick.
He has the right to.
He absolutely has the right to, but it also makes people really want to get on the comment section, Dan. He knows what he's doing because they're going to get on the comment section, talk smack to him because he's not talking smack to them, and then he responds to it by creating content that they say he can't do. It's like a very cyclical, snake eating itself type deal, but it's brilliant. It's absolutely and I don't think he's got that many followers for the most part. Now, Dan, he's doing off a dribble from a treadmill. Check us out. Dribble.
I can't do that, Stan. I don't miss 2 in a row.
So, Lummy, I got 4 lethal shooter videos. I'm just so enamored with this guy. Now, the comments came back. Well, okay, lethal shooter, you can't shoot in a big arena. You always shoot in just small, intimate places. Shoot in a big arena. I guess when you shoot a 3, the backdrop of a big arena is a little bit more harder because it's the depth perception. And then so the 2 things here were you can't shoot in a big arena from the corner. We've never seen you nail them from the corner. You're just a straight-on guy. Well, here's what the lethal shoot.
A lot of people keep saying I can't shoot from the corner. When is enough enough?
This is about a 5'10", 5'11" for those that aren't visually watching us right now. African American guy, looks to be, let me say, he's 39, 40. He did play some college ball and some ball in Europe, and this guy is just nailing threes. I mean, you can hear the net rip after every one of them, and he's shooting from the absolute extreme corner. Up, net.
You mean that corner?
Up, net.
You mean that corner? Are you happy now?
Up, net.
Lethal shooter keep doing videos, but he never shoots from the corner. Are y'all crazy? You think I can't shoot from the corner?
Let me learn to have this guy on your AAU team or your men's rec team, and he's just out there making people look stupid.
Now he needs to shave, wear a wig, and play in the WNBA and do like a Britney grind.
Oh my God, he'd average 100 in a game. By the way, it's easier to shoot a 3 in the women's league because the ball's smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, y'all, don't disrespect me like that ever again. Don't disrespect me like that ever again.
He hasn't missed one yet, has he, Lump?
No.
I'm not going to keep playing with y'all in the comments.
I'm going to comment and ask him just to have a guy play defense on him and see.
Yeah, just
how
put
it
a guy
goes.
in there. Just put a guy playing soft defense.
Yeah.
Now he's on he was in the left side. Now he's on the up. Now he's on the other corner, and you can see that it's in a bigger sized arena, right?
Yep.
So he's kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. One, he can shoot from the corner in a bigger sized arena.
The corner. The corner.
And by the way, he gets mad when he hits the rim.
Making me crazy. Y'all making me crazy, man. Y'all driving me crazy. Hey, they driving me crazy.
It goes on and on and on and on. Here's another one.
They talking on the page saying they can shoot better than me.
Now, this is about 3 steps past half court.
It's levels to this. Tagging me on my page.
You know a lot about basketball. You played the game.
Yeah.
Is this not unbelievable?
Yeah, no, I mean it is, but if you watch guys even in the NBA, just like everyone shoots threes now. I mean, they sit there and practice, can just shoot them from lights out, half court.
I had a guy in the comments asking me, "Can I shoot off the dribble?" Don't be crazy in these comments. Went to the same guy's page. He hooping at 24-hour fitness, missing this guy was missing mid-range jump shots.
Dribble.
But you on my page asking me, can I shoot off the dribble? And you in my comments saying my content fake. Come on, guys.
By the way, you can follow him, Lethal Shooter. Lethal Shooter across all platforms. And you'll sit there like I am and just enamored by the guy. So, Lemmy, you're going to put in his comment section, hey, man, put a guy in your face.
Yeah.
Let's see where you're at.
Yeah. Soft D.
So, did the FBI lie about the Janet Guthrie case?
I guess they withheld some information.
And this is the big story now, man. Like, everybody is like, man, did the FBI lie? Did they have a ransom note that they didn't,
surprised? Are you surprised?
Share with the public?
Are you surprised?
Why did they not share it with the public? Were they afraid that it was going to, potentially mess up the investigation, the integrity of the investigation?
Or the GoFundMe?
No.
Well, I mean, it's the big story. That and the Carmelo Anthony killed Austin Metcalf 911 call. Both of those when we returned.
He probably shouldn't have said that.
That kind of frank dialogue troubles me.
More of the Bubba the Love Sponge Show after this.
More pictures.
Yeah, Bubba Army Picks. PICS.
Can we have Gary? Can you and Gary come up with a little thing that we put on all platforms with where you can send your pictures?
Well, Jeff Gerson, thank you, HS Bubba fan.
If we could do that.
Yeah, we'll also get a
Jeff.
Nightbot. Gary. So we can put a reminder in the messages.
Yeah, in the messenger, yes.
Thank you, Internet friend.
Surgery today, Danny?
No, office.
Do you, which one do you prefer? Probably surgery.
Yeah, I prefer surgery.
That's where you can be like the true artist that you are.
And I can listen to music, I can talk, I'm usually done by...
And that's where you make your money. That's your money maker.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But office is a necessary evil to be able to flip that into a surgery.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. You got to see them pre and post and
right
consults.
I mean, did we get to Rob Green?
Is that on Cash App?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. was our first one of the day.
Thank you, Rob Green.
Nice 50 come in. Don't let Rob Green be alone.
Mary Kane, Jeff, I don't understand either.
What's up, Patty?
Jax.
Show the comments, Patty.
Bubba L08.
Do you listen to Alice in Chains or Stone Temple Pilots during surgery?
Yes. Yes. HS Bubba fan all the time. Tool. Cole. Classic rock. 80s rock.
When the sign said long-haired freaky people need not apply.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show, listener supported via PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App, all at the Bubba Army, now returns.
Need not apply.
From Titus O'Neil to Bubba the Love Sponge and everybody in between. We really appreciate what Volkswagen of Wesley Chapel does for the community. More importantly, what they can do for you. Beat the heat now with $3,500 off any new Volkswagen. Go see my boy Rolo. He's one of the main dudes over there at Volkswagen of Wesley Chapel. And again, $3,500 off any new Volkswagen as we speak. New inventory, pre-owned vehicle. You can service you can schedule your service. They have all types of specials. They have, you can do it pretty much online with various their online assistants. They give you their model lineups from the Atlas clear to the Jetta and clear to the. I think is this? Let me. I think this is the most. Is it the Tiguan?
The biggest?
The Tiguan?
Yeah.
Is it Tiguan?
Tiguan.
Is it Tiguan? My bad. Thank you. I think this is what Babyface drives.
I believe you are correct.
I think he's got a Tiguan. Is that how you say it, Dan?
Tiguan, I think so.
Tiguan?
Maybe you should ask Babyface, who's the Tiguan owner.
Yeah. So anyway, whatever
I don't like
you need,
things I can't pronounce.
whatever you may need, new or used, you can order it right there online. $3,500 off any new current Volkswagen. If they don't have it, they'll order it. If they don't have any, even if you're looking for a used vehicle and they don't have it, tell Rolo what you're looking for. Rolo will then put all of his little bird dogs out and all the car auctions that go on. 15 times a week here in the state of Florida, and he'll find it. Let's say hey, I'm looking for a 2010 F-150. Or I'm sorry, you don't want 10, 2020, 2021. I want the 5-liter Lariat. He'll put his bird dogs out there and get you one. It all starts and stops with, VWofWC.com. VWofWC.com. It stands for Volkswagen of WesleyChapel.com. You can do a Google search on that, and it'll pull it right up. And $3,500 off any new Volkswagen for a limited time.
That's a big discount.
That is.
The Atlas is. People say that he has an Atlas.
Oh, he's got an Atlas.
Oh, okay. Babyface.
Okay. Sure. Anyway, whatever he's got, it's a kick-ass Volkswagen. He swears by him. I've driven him for years. When I was with Rolo over at Lindell Volkswagen, me and Hogan had matching Passats. It was badass. So thank you, Rolo, for the nearly 15, 20 years I've known you. And now he's advertising with us. Appreciate you so much, Rolo. Hopefully we're doing good for you. This woman here, I don't know what her end game is. Dan, is this definitely litigious? Like, is she trying to like sue the doctor, sue the implant manufacturer? Like, what do you think you've seen this? What do you think her motive is here?
Well, she said that she was trying to be part of a class action lawsuit, but there was no class action lawsuit for old saline implants, and so she
and
hit
you
a
would
dead
know
end.
that because you've installed thousands of them.
Literally
so if they're-
thousands.
If literally, maybe tens of thousands.
Yeah, I'm almost at 10,000.
And so you would certainly know if there was a class action, from Megan or Mentor or whoever the hell makes these things. You would know, and so I don't have any idea what she's talking about.
So the old class action that people talked about for years was the Dow Corning class action, but that expired years ago, and not a lot of people are still alive that had Dow Corning implants placed in the 60s.
Maybe TMI for some of you, but could also save some of your lives.
No.
Did she just do a nasty review on a white business?
So here's the thing. What she's going to show you are these saline implants that have not ruptured.
Nope.
That now had those ruptured into her body, it might be a different conversation. But these are she had them. I don't know if she had them replaced or just taken out.
Probably taken out because she thought it was making her sick.
And it's saline implants that the doctor, Dan says, did not seal correctly, or got air.
No. He didn't fill them with bacteriostatic normal saline. He used something else because that stuff doesn't form mold.
Oh, you're
When
talking
was the
about
last time you saw an IV bag that was 10 years old that had mold in it?
None.
Ever. And I've seen some old ass IV bags from like 30 years ago. Never saw anything floating in them. So if homeboy used contaminated fluid to fill the implant, that's on him.
This is why you don't get implants.
That's why you don't get implants from a douchebag.
So I had to save these for 5 years.
Now, by the way, that's mold that's developed inside the implant. But it looks outrageous, but none of it ruptured.
Nope.
And none of that got into her system.
Nope.
Period.
Years because of the serial numbers on them, in case I was able to get money out of it, because a bunch of people did a big class action lawsuit.
This is again all about some suburban Karen bitch that wants to try to get a payday
Against them. These are saline, and they look like this when they took them out of my body. That's mold. That close to my heart.
Yeah, that close to your heart, that never ruptured and never entered into your system.
So I'm going to throw them away because it's been 5 years since I've had...
Bubba, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Can you stop and go back to the last time she flashed that bag? It looks like there's black crap inside the bag. Right there. See it? Look at the top of the bag. Between the white little triangular thing and the implant. You see that black debris? Go up an inch. Right there. To the left and right. There and to the left of that. The bag's filthy too. Like, did she maybe empty them and refill them with crappy water?
Right here.
Yeah.
Or did she just get a freezer bag that she had, I don't know, something else?
Beef jerky in?
That she had some beef jerky in.
You think she'd want to spend a little bit of money for a new one?
Yeah. You would actually, to be honest with you, is quit being a pussy and take them out of the bag because they're certainly not ruptured, and you're not going to rupture them just by normal handling.
Yeah, make some penicillin out of that mold.
That close to my heart. So... I'm going to throw them away because it's been 5 years since I've had them removed.
DBS. I'm coming up with a new thing. It's called DBS.
Dumb bitch syndrome?
Dumb bitch syndrome. And it sees no color or ethnicity. A dumb bitch is a dumb bitch. Remember my 40s and blunt? Because a bitch ain't nothing but a dirty bitch? Well, you know what? A bitch ain't nothing but a dumb bitch. I'm saving them just in case there's a class action. I heard like back in the day there was a class action. Yeah, that was from implants that ruptured inside of women, and the saline and other substances went into their body and hurt them.
No. It was silicone implants that ruptured because they were vulcanized, and the process made them weaker, not stronger. And the silicone inside was not the gummy silicone that we use today, but like a syrup liquidy silicone that did move around in the bodies. The earlier implants were not as safe as the current implants.
And did that silicone hurt women?
It's debatable.
But this is my PSA. That
what? That what? That silicone, that old saline implants might have mold in it? Well, you got to yank them out to know, and to yank them out to know is hopefully you're switching them with some of those really nice gummy bears that Dan's slinging nowadays.
Saline doesn't mean safe.
Yeah. You know what? This is like such a misguided bunch nothing burger.
Now, can I just do one little PSA on real implants?
Sure.
The concept of silicone causing autoimmune disease has been controversial for about 25 or 30 years now. They've never identified an immune complex associated with silicone. Silicone does not cause autoimmune disease. However, old implants have what's called biofilm around them. And so does a prosthetic heart valve or a prosthetic knee or hip. And so when that biofilm gets out of balance with the rest of your body and creates a little subclinical infection, that's when people get that weird constellation of symptoms that they're calling BII. And it's usually resolved by switching out your over 15-year-old implants for fresh implants and taking out the scar tissue and cleaning it up. If you don't, it can lead to more capsular contracture and more problems. I don't tell people they're crazy when they say their implants are making them sick. I say, maybe, maybe not. It's not for me to decide, but let's go ahead and take them out and see if you feel better and hit that big red reset button.
And that could be maybe not.
It's bacterial. It has nothing to do with the silicone.
What I'm saying, though, is when you take them out and hit the reset button, that doesn't necessarily mean even doing more, new implants. Right?
No. Sometimes I'll take them out and say, listen, if you think that these implants are making you sick, then we're going to take them out and we're not going to replace them. We're going to let you just heal for the next 3 months, 6 months, and see what you feel. If you want to put them back in, we can. If you don't, we don't have to.
If a year from now, after we've had, we've eliminated these making you sick, you feel better, then maybe we can go and put some new ones in. But we need time for you to heal and for these to be out of your body so we can eliminate these as the possibility. Right?
Correct. Yep. Take one variable out and you can kind of solve the problem.
We also have news tonight in the case of Nancy Guthrie, the mother of Today Show co-anchor Savannah Guthrie, missing since February 1st.
February 1st. So it'd be February, March, April, May, now going on. It'll
4.5 months.
It'll be 5 months and a week. And actually 8 days, it'll be 5 months. I mean, there's no, I don't mean to be disrespectful to the Guthrie family. I don't mean, but there's no there's nobody's going to keep grandma alive for 5 months with no money demands. Right? She's done.
The only ones that
the letter said that she's dead.
Yeah, the note said she was dead, right?
Yeah, she's dead somewhere in the desert or woods or something like that, and they didn't mean to kill her.
If Jay walks in, if I don't catch the waffling of his high karate, somebody just blurt out, "Jay's here."
Okay.
That way I got his mic, or he might be Zoomed. I don't know which one he's doing today. Either one works for me.
Over the months, the FBI has taken seriously at least 2 notes tied to the case, including one we can now report that claimed Nancy Guthrie had died. CBS News correspondent Jonathan Vigliotti has details.
This is the only way we will have peace.
Tonight, we're revealing the contents of a note Savannah Guthrie was responding to in this video recorded on February 7th during the search.
So 6 days, which at that point, there's a very much higher probability of her being alive than, even a week thereafter. Right? I mean, 6 days, you got a chance, right?
For her kidnapped mother, Nancy.
We received your message, and we understand.
Sources tell CBS News the note, believed to have come from her alleged kidnapper, claimed Nancy Guthrie was dead.
We beg you now.
So that note, 6 days after she was kidnapped, said she was dead.
Yep.
I
and
don't
then we
know.
have to deal with this for 3 or 4 months later.
That message was never brought to public.
Nope.
To return our mother to us.
The message was the second of 2 notes sent to the family in the first week following Nancy Guthrie's kidnapping on February 1st. The first note was sent 1 day after a doorbell camera captured this masked man appearing to tamper with the camera.
I cannot believe we actually have footage, even though he's masked, with our technology and cell phone triangulation and geo mapping and just everything we got, how we can't solve this.
In the moment before Guthrie vanished, it demanded millions of dollars in cryptocurrency in exchange for Nancy Guthrie's return. The Guthrie family responded, initially hopeful she was alive. Instead, that second message arrived. The family took both notes seriously because they were written in the same language and style and came from the same computer address, according to several sources.
Now, if they got a computer, like an IP computer address, that even makes it more like, I can't believe they haven't found who did this.
Investigators are treating both notes as credible and are still working to determine who sent them. In the weeks that followed, video messages from the Guthries that once spoke of Nancy's safe return shifted in tone.
We are offering a family reward of up to $1 million for any information that leads us to her recovery.
It's been 141 days since Nancy Guthrie disappeared, and not a single tip has led to her or her abductor. As for the DNA recovered from her home, the crime scene, it is still being analyzed and tested, and so far, there have been...
Did they get DNA?
I think it was her DNA. That was it.
Let me just hear this again. Hold on just 1 second, please.
To her or her abductor. As for the DNA recovered from her home, the crime scene, it is still being analyzed and tested, and so far, there have been no positive hits, Tony.
All right, we'll wait for more information.
Do you think we'll ever find out who did this?
No.
I don't. Obviously, it's such in such disarray that they propagated the concept that she may still be alive for 4 months when she's been dead, and they know that she's been dead for 4 months. So the whole thing's at work, and there's no value to it if she's dead.
Well,
there's no value to this story. She got better ratings. She got all kinds of. She made money off of this. They did specials and stuff about this when they knew that she was dead after 6 days.
I don't know if she made money on it. I mean, I don't know if she made money on it. Like, as far as you talking about Savannah.
Is she still on the air?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think she's got better ratings now because her mom died, or do you think it's worse than last year?
I don't know.
I bet they're better than they were last year.
Lemmy can maybe do it.
I believe I'll get you a
She
better
got sympathy ratings. I didn't know who she was till her mom got kidnapped.
Mary Karen Jeff on chat says Savannah was supposedly panicking over ratings drop and a temp anchor getting more attention than her. She had a literal breakdown over it live on camera. I could definitely see this being a possibility. Here's one thing. I disagree. I don't think this was an inside job.
So you think that after they knew she was dead, after 7 or 8 days, that second letter rolls up, they still told the world that they're looking for her?
No.
They still told the world, return my mom healthy and alive. We still have time.
Let me respond. Yes, I do agree with you on that.
Okay.
I do agree with you on, they were not forthright and honest about a letter they got 6 days after Mama had disappeared saying that she was dead in fear that people would lose attention in the case, in most people's mind. Most people's mind are closed, and you have no more sympathy towards the Guthrie host on NBC. Yes, Dan, I do agree with that theory. What I don't agree with, and I don't think you're saying this at all, but I want to make sure I emphasize, I don't think the Guthries had anything to do with her initial disappearance.
No, I wasn't implying that, or did I say that?
No,
I think they absolutely capitalized
22% up
on the story.
week following her mother's disappearance.
So I do agree with you on that, Dan. Maybe there was they withheld the Day 6 disappearance letter saying that she's dead. They withheld that. Now, did they withhold that, or did the authorities withhold that, or did the FBI hold? I think the report said that the FBI shared it with the Guthries.
Yeah, they shared it with her.
The Guthries just chose not to dismantle that information. So that being said, I 100% agree with Dan by saying, for selfish reasons and public sympathy and potential more eyeballs on Savannah, they kept this thing and have kept this thing going along, because maybe you flip over to NBC every morning to see Savannah Guthrie when you normally wouldn't. You may be thinking that there's some more information, or you just feel sorry for her.
It said for about a month after her disappearance, they were number one in ratings, up to 23%. 624,000 viewers, roughly.
And so then, Dan would be correct in saying, what was your motive to not stop this thing in its tracks day 6 when the FBI is giving you a letter from the confirmed source that provided the other letter? Same computer address, same font, same everything. And on day 6, as early as day 6, you had the bad guys, whomever they may be, saying she's dead. We never were shared that information. Now, maybe it's not the FBI. Dan, maybe indeed it's not the and we got the wrong bad guy here in the fact that it's not necessarily the FBI's.
Jay's here.
Got him. It's not necessarily the FBI's responsibility to... It's probably their responsibility to get that information to the family, but it may not be their responsibility to get that message out to the press if the family doesn't want it.
No, because the money and the ratings were flowing in.
And so, at that point, it's kind of on the family for not disseminating this information. And you're saying for selfish reasons, keeping the bad guy still at large, keeping her still with the possibility of being alive equals, I think Lummy said, potentially a 22% increase in the people that watch her morning show on NBC. Now, how long did she take off?
She took off at least a month or two, but it also created this sympathy factor that, Danny and I and Steven actually talked about our mom. What if it happened to mom? How long she could last? And it was
Arlene would escape, first of all.
Yeah, she would have got.
You're going to underestimate her ability.
It was a very sad situation.
What's that?
I said it was a very sad situation the way they presented it, and I think all along we had come to the conclusion in my house that it was very unlikely that with that much blood at the front that she was alive. And then there was all the TMZ stuff about the notes. Was TMZ right all this time? Did they have the right notes, Lummy?
It says the sister, it looks like TMZ did, and it looks like the sister station of the local NBC down there is the one that got the second note.
So shame on all of them. TMZ was trying to post it.
Was TMZ trying to post it?
Yeah.
They were trying to dispute it. Was the authenticity of it, and was it real? And remember, there was a big whodunit about TMZ and whether it was real or not. One thing about Harvey Levin is he is a calculated, very smart lawyer. And before
people don't
goes
realize that he's a lawyer.
But it says at the end of every show,
I'm a lawyer.
I'm a lawyer. But, he is very deliberate about what he broadcasts. Everything that he broadcasts, Bubba, is vetted. 100%.
And usually he's got 2 sources.
And he's got lawyers on his staff that are on the radio. The black guy with the dreads and the guy from New York. He's surrounded by lawyers. So if he was saying at the time that this was an authentic note and everyone's disputing it, including the FBI, why? What was it? Why would they do that? It's just like Danny said. Is it for pecuniary gain? Is it for monetary gain? Is it for ratings? Is it for sympathy?
I don't know if we can change the click, but what? I don't know if we kind of put the heat on the FBI before we waded through this. But at the end of the day,
it's both.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if the FBI, Jay, if they come to you, let's say they went to you, Stephen, and I don't even like to use the scenario of your mom, but you brought it up. So let's just say something happens with Arlene. They come to you 3 because you're obviously the you guys are the bosses of your family, and they say, okay, we got a second letter. It's 6 days from when she was disappeared, and it says that she's no longer with us. Now, does the FBI, do they not release it if you as a family said, no, we don't want that disseminated out into the public right now. We do not want that. Do not release that. Now, Do they listen to the family, or do they have the responsibility of doing what the family wants? Is it just a potential, they may consider it, but they still can release it? What's the protocol with regards to that if the family's saying no?
I think local police departments and FBI have their own protocols of what they can release and when they can release it, so they can assist in trying to find people, like when they show the part of the video where the guy comes up and tries to disable the camera. And so I think they have that discretion. They don't have to do what the family wants, and oftentimes they don't do what the family wants. But when I was driving in, I just heard something that I hadn't heard before. When she gave that statement and said, we have $1 million for the recovery. When a ship goes down, there's a rescue period and then there's a recovery period. And Dan will tell you that the difference is you recover a dead person and you rescue an alive person. And so I don't know when the date of that statement was, but what she said was
good pickup, Jay.
$1 million for her recovery. Now, if she had just come forward with this, brother, and they were trying to make it about the brother's wife and whose car was there and wasn't there, they should have just, instead of come out, we hope she's alive. They should have just said, can you help us find her body?
Yeah.
We'll give you $1 million to help. We need to put her to rest.
But she worded it correctly, but only a guy like you would be able to pick it up. The average, John PQ citizen's not picking that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not.
I didn't pick it up until I just heard it without looking at it, because I've been looking at it on television for months. The interviews, the family on the couch, they're crying, and I would be crying and bawling
they did
too.
specials on it.
Right.
They did the hour-long specials on the case.
I mean,
and they
would
made
be
so much
mortified.
money off of this. Bubba, it's shameful that the FBI lied to us, that the Guthrie family lied to us, that they profited on this. It's disgusting.
I don't know if
disgusting.
the FBI profited anything.
No. The Guthries did.
No, I'm saying.
And the Guthries did, and so did their station. Was it ABC?
NBC.
They all profited off of it. They made this a thing for 4 months. The people were following the Guthrie case.
When 6 days
it was
6
done.
days in, you guys got a letter from what you say is the source of where you got the first letter, and it says she's dead. We're just hearing about this yesterday. This just came out.
And they're saying it's authentic now, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So what do you want if the click to change?
I don't know. Maybe did the Guthries lie? Are Guthries lie? I don't know. Whatever Gary wants, including leaving it alone if it's going to mess his world up, or if you can make a quick edit, putting more heat on them and less on the FBI. Whatever, Slummy. But including if he wants to leave it alone, because if you edit it, it restarts the counter. I don't know. You guys do what you want, including leaving it alone if it messes stuff up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
When we return, we're going to come back with the 911 call that officially got released yesterday too. The Austin Metcalf 911 call officially released. I also have, and it's very long form, and I don't know that I can necessarily play it in its entirety here because it's 6 minutes and 8 seconds, but there's this African-American influencer, and he, Charleston White, the very, 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 very say it like it is, very, very, very controversial African-American. I think he's considered maybe potentially a comedian. He's definitely a big, huge social media guy. I know that Alex Stein knows him. His name's Charleston White, and he sometimes will lend his likeness or his opinion on high-profile cases involving the African-American community. And here it is right here. And the
Officer Tatum?
Reverend Jordan Wells it comes from his account. But Brandon Tatum just reacted after Charleston White called him and dropped several troubling details about Carmelo's family. Now, Charleston White, I think Alex at one time said he charges like $25,000 or $50,000 to tweet or to promote or to lend his endorsement to whatever cause. He's like the go-to guy in the African-American community that says it like it is. Like, he doesn't care if it's pro-white, if it's pro-black. He just calls it like he sees it. And he does not answer to anybody. He drops the N-word all the time. Like, he does not care. And supposedly the Carmelo Anthony's family kind of got with him, and he was at first completely on board with the Carmelo Anthony family. And this was, a witch hunt, and this was, this guy shouldn't have got what he got and what have you. And then post-verdict, he started having conversations with Carmelo Anthony's dad, and he's now jumped off that ship and has now broke this down in a way that a lot of people probably have heard, but it doesn't come from a credible source. This is the African American go-to guy who was working with the Carmelo Anthony family until the Carmelo Anthony family started doing stupid stuff that he didn't agree with, such as wanting to turn the GoFundMe account back on and use the money for anything other than his appeal. And Charleston White was like, no, if we turn the GoFundMe back on, it's going to fund his appeal. And once we fund it and hit our goal, we're then going to return the money back to the good people that are giving it to us, not for you people to keep. And he breaks it down kind of the shadiness that people don't really realize that the Carmelo Anthony family is up to, or their motive. And I think he even says he suggested to the Carmelo Anthony father that you go to the Metcalf funeral, that you befriend the father, that you're sorrowful for what happened, and you play it a lot differently than what Carmelo Anthony's dad did, which was he's a victim, we're a victim, we got injustice, yada, yada, yada. I don't know if I can play it. It's 6:08. It's got some, it's really insightful. I'll potentially wade through that. We're definitely getting to the 911 call next.
Mission accomplished. Sure. Another segment filled. More of the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
I'll just be out here.
Okay. Now, where the hell's the door? It's so dark in
Right
here.
there.
We're walking to that fucking pool.
I think I think we navigate through this because it's really telling.
Okay. Sure.
I think we do. I think we play the 911 call, and then we just navigate through that 6 minutes because I think it
Rocksteady Gettysburg, $20.
I mean, because it's coming from a guy that initially was Team Carmelo Anthony until the family started getting greedy.
Well, Micromaster Thursday, by the way, but we'll see. Yeah, it is out. You are correct. Thank you. Jeez.
He's doing this.
One fucking come on. Is it bad night for Mass? What's up, Iggy? Well, we should tell him to come back in.
Here we go. Next break.
Oh, that was efficient.
Sidebar.
29 seconds. How about that?
We gotta do another sidebar.
Maybe a couple.
Did you pee that fast, Dan? Did you pee that fast?
Yeah, dude. Okay, I heard you, Jay.
Okay, well,
I heard you, bro. 4 times.
Wow. See that? That's how he rolls.
Y'all know it's hotter than the devil's armpit out there. And if you're still rolling around, sitting at home without tint, what are you even thinking about? For over 15 years, my guys at Advanced Film Solutions have been tinting me and my family's cars, homes, and even the new strip mall studios. They got 3M, Formula One, and Vista. Top of the line stuff that cuts the heat, glare, and blocks 99% of all those nasty UV rays. Keeps your car cooler, saves on that power bill. Hit them up at advancedfilmsolutions.com or call them at 877-575-FILM. Make sure you tell them Bubba Army.
It's Bubba.
Now for a word of caution.
We now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Did you hear it?
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Spinning Cobra, JD Acco in here.
Good morning.
I love when you're here.
I'm gonna come, Bubba. I really appreciate the remote studio, and I do have to use it sometimes.
Yeah,
but
no.
I plan on coming here because I really do like
the vibe.
Hot mic, and I like seeing you guys, and I like seeing everybody.
And we get stuff handled.
We sure do.
Yeah, we really do. And stuff's about ready to heat up a little bit.
I can't tell you how helpful Macho's been for me. He's been so good to deal with, and what a great guy. You know what I mean? I mean, just such a really, really great guy.
Let me know, no knock on you because you're my all-time favorite. But man, Macho's and Gary. I got 3 good dudes.
And Bob Cook.
Bob Cook, New York Greg,
it's
Creatine Travis.
This place, because
Big
I've
Red.
had the benefit of coming in. Pretty much now that I came in once, it was partially done.
Yeah.
And then yesterday I came in and it's like done, and it's.
Well,
it's a sight to behold.
We still got some unpacking to do. I'd say, Lummy, we're 75% done. We still got
I'd say
Macho Man's area is still a little cluttered from him putting together because he's building stuff every day, And we're getting there, and it's just a clean start. It's a good look. And here's the other thing: the infrastructure that you built at the Enclave not only can help this show, but like if you're ever out there getting ready to do a little session and you got a court hearing, you throw on your jacket, you do your hair, and you are as good there as you were, probably as good of a feed there in quality wise, equipment wise, and sounding wise as when you do Zooms from your office.
I did, because I have a direct Ethernet to the computer, which is what you required so that we don't have some kind of remote failure with a Wi-Fi thing. And so I couldn't go in there with my headphones and the Bubba Army mic. Could you imagine that? Your Honor, I'd like to present this argument to you in this format with my headphones on and my Bubba Army microphone. No, I just use a regular Zoom mic and but the connection is perfectly clear.
Well, we love having you, my friend.
I like being here.
This is the 911 call. And was it a student that called on behalf of, Austin? Or did Austin call? I don't know.
I think it may be his brother.
Dolph Stadium right away.
Okay, what's going on?
I have an athlete that was stabbed.
He was stabbed?
Yes.
Okay, where's the person who stabbed him?
I don't know.
Okay, where in the stadium is he?
We are on the visitor side bleachers. We have Army veteran that's trying to keep compression on the wound.
Okay. Are you with him now?
He is laying here.
How old is he?
Starting to go unconscious.
How old is he?
High school age, so maybe 15, 16,
It's his
17.
coach. His coach.
Okay.
This is Coach.
Yeah.
And Dan can, I know the answer to it, and I'm not trying to be calloused or anything, but it just goes to show you, you don't have to sit there and get stabbed 64 times. One efficient stab to the right area will almost instantaneously kill you.
It will kill you fast if it's done correctly.
Yeah.
Yes, it doesn't take.
Like
it only
what-
takes one bullet and one stab wound, but it could take
hard.
It's hard to kill someone with one bullet or one stab wound, but it's absolutely possible if it's well placed.
Right, and that would be directly into the heart, meaning
I've seen a double stab to the heart where the guy lived. I actually saved the life. I was in the operating room doing that. It's in the neck. It's those big veins in the neck, and they don't compress.
Oh, that's
so
like your major stabbing. That's your major piping.
Yeah, a stab wound to the neck's probably more dangerous than to the chest.
Remember the police officer of Bel Air back in the day? He got shot in the groin, but it was whatever that artery is that goes through your leg.
Femoral, iliac, and the femoral.
And the femoral artery, and I think he bled out in like 60 seconds.
Yeah, it doesn't take much if it's the right shot. Right.
Is he awake?
No, he's going unconscious.
Okay, is he breathing?
Not right now.
Breathing?
No, he's not.
He's not breathing at all?
No.
Okay, where was he stabbed at?
In his chest.
Okay, I've got them coming, okay?
So then they're saying, in the chest, not neck.
Mm-hmm.
And
he got one of the great vessels,
Okay.
The phone with me, all right?
Okay.
Is the assailant still nearby?
And is there, at that point, Dan, regardless of your skill set, is there any way to save a guy?
Probably not. Even if you opened up his chest and did open heart compressions, if he's losing that much blood, you can't hold pressure on the wound if it's bleeding uncontrollably deep inside of you. And so the reason a stab to the heart's not as bad is because the heart's got so much muscle, it sort of tamponades or closes off the hole. Whereas if you get one of the big veins, like your inferior vena cava or your superior vena cava, which is the big veins going into your heart, they have no muscle on the outside, so they just flop blood out. Just like take a trash bag and cut it, and imagine how much blood would come out.
It's like that uncontrollable hose that's turned on wide open that you can't get a handle on?
No, that's what happens when an artery gets it. This is like a trash bag filled with blood, and you just took a knife to the side of it and watch it all pour out.
Okay, where you cannot.
You can't stop it. It's just a deluge of blood.
Okay, I'm here.
Is the assailant still nearby?
Stay with me, Austin. Come on.
It's really sad. It's hard to listen to.
Come on.
I'm going to keep you with me, okay, until they're with you. Is he breathing still?
His twin brother's watching.
Yeah, his twin brother's watching.
He's trying, yeah. We're doing compressions and giving him mouth-to-mouth.
Okay.
Now, Dan, is mouth-to-mouth pretty much a non-factor now? Like, they don't even teach it,
They don't
really.
teach it as much, but I still think there's some benefit to it. They just found that, like, if people are having a heart attack, that usually doesn't make a big difference. But if you're moving the blood, you don't need the breathing. That's the thought, at least for the first 4 or 5 minutes.
Hey, they're doing CPR on him.
But they're trying everything, Bubba. They're trying everything. When they're doing mouth-to-mouth, they're doing chest compressions, they're trying to hold the wound, they're trying to compress the blood.
But like Dan said, the trash bag full of blood has been, gouged, and it's just
poured out inside of his thorax.
Right.
His
Dan,
chest cavity.
how many total gallons of blood does the average human body have?
Less than you think. It's not much more than a gallon. It's a couple gallons or less.
Okay.
And there gets a point where
it doesn't take much.
Is it like, your car running out of oil and it just seizes up?
No, it's like your car running out of gas and it just stops.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on. The medics are coming as fast as they can. Just keep me updated, okay?
Come on. Yes, ma'am. Fight through, baby. Fight through, Austin.
And so that's the 911 call. It certainly does not help anybody that is trying to say that Carmelo Anthony is innocent and that it was retaliatory and it was self-defense.
Did you see the video of him running from the tent?
Yes. And so, what did you send me just now, Lummy?
Well,
my Family Feud type sound effect, which I love, by the way.
I was going to get, hopefully for Dr. Dan is now, this is just a rumor, but the mom got the nose job with the money. And
is that a Tampa Bay Buccaneer?
Yes.
So Carmelo Anthony's mother accused of using Give, Send, Go donation money for a nose job instead of the legal offense. There's evidence, and it doesn't look good. So
he keeps going down to do like a side by side and a couple different ones.
All right. So that's before, and I mean,
are those both befores?
One she's smiling and one she's not.
Yeah, you can't compare them.
Yeah, I mean,
she had a giant smile on one and not on the other.
She still has a big round tip on both.
So you're saying that the rumors
that maybe that I can't see. So they did the Ayler
All right, here we go, Dan. Hold on. Here's another one here, and again, we absolutely have an expert. Like this would be an expert. This would be considered an expert witness, would it not, or an expert testimony?
An expert opinion.
An expert, an expert medical opinion from a man that's done hundreds of these
Dan would
procedures.
qualify as a medical expert in plastic surgery with his eyeballs closed.
Yeah. So Dan, it says before nose width 1.8 inches, after nose width 1.3 inches, 0.5 reduction.
Okay. If you take your nose and measure it, and then you smile like that and measure it again, it's going to change the measurement. It's an unfair comparison. You cannot make a reliable comparison with these two pictures.
Right. And I agree. That's I think this is.
If she bought a Cadillac, I mean, you could verify that, but I can't verify a nose job.
Here is.
And how many months ago was it?
I don't know.
3?
But
6. Yeah.
So this is a guy named Brandon Tatum. And he's very much influential on social media. And now the person he's talking to is Charleston White. And if you know anything about Charleston White, he's very, very heavily followed. He's very much an influencer in the African American community, and he gets paid a lot of money to spread your message or promote your product or get on your team or your effort. He's almost like an ambassador to the African American community. And at first, he was really, team Carmelo Anthony. He was very much on their team. He helped raise a lot of money for the defense fund, and just recently jumped off the Carmelo Anthony tip when they wouldn't, as a family, listen to his suggestions on how they should play this before, during, and after the verdict.
Charleston, he called me on the phone. So I'm going to give him a break here. I still got a report on it, but he called me on the phone. He told me some damning things.
And let me, I got to be careful that I don't know if there's language here, because I'll dump. If there is, I'll dump out of it.
Out the Carmelo Anthony's family. Now, I'm not.
Now, if you research Charleston White, he is very much a mover and shaker in the African American community, and he does not filter. He does not hold back. If he thinks a black guy did it, he'll say it. If he thinks a white guy did it, he'll say it. Like, he does not care. He's not bought and paid for. He is bought and paid for to the extent, but he's going to tell you the truth. At least what he figures the truth is.
Say what he told me on the phone. I'm going to let him say his own stuff, and he said it in part in one of these videos. But this is an example of how people are starting to turn on the Carmelo Anthony's family. This is Charleston White in support of the Anthony family, then watch him turn. Roll it.
We already got the money set aside for appeals bond. Why? All white jury, the judge and the DA are buddies, along with the dad, best friends. That's been our trump card. We've been holding, we already knew that. God has spoken. And
God.
You cannot make me believe that as many gray-haired white women on that jewelry that's dealing with white guilt about going to heaven is not going to have no compassion about a kid.
By the way, I have the volume jacked as high as I could go, so I can't go any.
Straight A from the time he's ever read a book in school.
So right here, man, he's completely on the Carmelo Anthony tip. Whether you agree with him or not, he's on the Carmelo Anthony tip.
Has no history of violence, has saved children's lives by risking his own life by jumping in to save somebody from drowning. This kid has no violence. Austin, on the other hand, is a violent brute with some sexual rape allegations hanging on his ass. That's why, man, they coerced him.
A few moments later, roll it.
I am removing myself.
Charles.
Look at Tatum's face.
I don't care what side of the fence you are on this. I just find it funny that Charleston now is flip-flop applesauce after he learned some more information. I mean, I don't really care what your jam is on what side of the fence you are. I appreciate Charleston White doing a 180.
From the Carmelo Anthony's case, I am no longer involved with the family. And here's why. I was starting to feel like I was being used for my influence and my connections and resources. When I tell you we raised over $1 million one day, privately, quietly, they wanted to start another GoFundMe. I said, no, I'm not doing a GoFundMe. They wanted to know, after we pay for the pill, will the money go to them? No.
I mean, he really does the right thing here. Mm-hmm. Like, he's really a pretty stand-up dude. Wait till you hear what he says. He's like, we're going to pay for the appeal, and then we're going to return the money back to the fine people that donated because we don't need it anymore. That's the right thing to do.
Extra money don't go back to you. It goes back to the people who gave it. It don't go to nothing else. The money is for the appeal. His daddy in the way. I don't like weak. I hate weak men. I'd rather stand with a strong daddy like that meth cap man than his black weak father trying to play victim. Now, your son's still living. Hug him, send him some books to read. I got the money. Let's start to work on the appeal. Anything else don't make sense. What's wrong with you? And I'm telling the say, homie, everybody believe you playing for the money, nigga. And I'm starting to believe you using me for it. You want to get the money, but then disassociate yourself from me? Then I'm here for that boy. I'm here for your son, nigga. And if this money don't go directly to your son's appeal, you don't get this money. We sent it back. But we're right. And if we doing an appeal, the money goes to appeal, not house bills. Not house bills.
Now, let's put this in perspective. I might have Charleston come on my show and talk about this and disclose whatever he wanted to disclose. But when he talked to me on the phone, he told me a lot of other stuff that drew concern for him. And none of this stuff should have happened. Carmelo Anthony's family should have never pulled a race card.
This guy makes so much sense. I watched this already. And this guy makes so much sense. And had the Carmelo Anthony played it the way this guy suggests they played it, I think he would be in a better situation with the public.
And I'm not in favor of him killing nobody because I think it's wrong. I do understand young people are stupid and they do stupid stuff in the heat of the battle, and they're not thinking properly, and they're not thinking about the consequences. A 17-year-old Brandon Tatum is not a 39-year-old Brandon Tatum. And so I'm not arrogant enough to act like I was so perfect and I didn't have violent tendencies in my mind. It just, I never had the opportunity. Now, I wasn't going to bring no knife and stab nobody. I'd throw the hands on people. But they should have just kept it like this. And
now, listen, he completely walks it through. He completely walks it through, and there's not a person in this room that says, like, hell yeah, that's exactly what or how he should have played it. And Jay will tell you, man, when you're in the middle of a lawsuit, you have to be mindful. I mean, Jay picked out what tie I wore, or whether I didn't wear a tie, what type of jacket I wore.
We had you no tie because that was uncomfortable.
Right.
It didn't look right for you.
But I mean, your lawyer walks you through it all. If they're indeed a great lawyer, every possible scenario, every possible way you're going to be perceived or looked at or judged, what you say, everything.
Boy would have never did 30-plus years in prison, even though I think he deserved to go.
Which, by the way, I think we have seen now the state offered him 5 to 15.
What?
Yes. He turned down 5 to 15. He was offered a plea deal 5 to 15, which is probably which is probably 8 or 9. 5 to 15.
State
offered him a deal, and this guy talks about it. Listen,
very long time for killing somebody, but what they should have done is they should have took a plea deal. Like I said at the very beginning, they knew that boy. Anybody with common sense will tell you that he's wrong, he's wrong, he's wrong. According to the law, he's going to go to prison. There ain't no getting out of jail free card for what he did, what he said he did, and what the witnesses were going to say he did.
And they don't realize that 6 of the witnesses were African American. 6 of the witnesses were black. So, I mean, he did it. There's video of him doing it. Like, he did it. So at this point, Jay, you got to try to mitigate it, and you take that deal.
And I have like a really I want to hear what he has to say. But I have a strong opinion about the way I feel like his defense should have handled the case, the PR behind it, and what the nation would be doing now for a 17-year-old kid that had a bad reaction in a moment.
And I don't know if this guy's a lawyer or not, but wait till you hear some of the
former cop.
Wait till you hear some of the brilliance that comes out of his mouth on how he would have played it. And I think you're going to go lockstep with this dude.
He should have just taken a plea, did 8 years in prison or 10 years in prison. Then he'd be on with the rest of his life. Also, they shouldn't have went with the race card. You could have just made it about 2 young boys getting into an altercation that was incredibly unfortunate. They should have joined with the Metcalf dad at that memorial press conference. They should have had his dad. They should have hugged and did all that other stuff. Because then, if you are skeptical that the jury may be tainted, you will paint a different picture for Carmelo Anthony. That Carmelo Anthony come from a good family, a family of remorse. They know he was wrong. They want to unite, black and white. Let's unite together. Both of our kids lost a lot in this incident. They should have did it, but they wanted to be about race so they can raise money and play the victim, because that victim stuff don't work on people no more. It's not 2020. There's no George Floyd in no more. That we didn't already caught onto that grift. They should have made that boy take.
God, I find this guy refreshing.
The stand and had him cry and do it.
And so listen to Jay. He says put him on the stand, let him be remorseful and sorry, let him stand up, much like.
I was in fear for my life.
Much like, Bubba or State of Florida v. Bubba in the animal cruelty deal. We mock tried it 3 times, 2 of which I did not take the stand. I was found guilty. And when Jay and everybody and Kevin got together and say, let's just throw Bubba up there and say, he did it. We did it. We did it. I also do the milk challenge. I do no panties Thursday. I do we did it. I'm a shock jock. That's what I do. I did it. Boom. We tried it. We mock tried it that way, and they let me go.
I did it with hunters that appropriately drew and quartered the hog.
Right.
That's what I did. And I interjected sound effects.
And they should have thrown Carmelo up there, and he'd be remorseful and sorry and crying and the whole 9 yards, the gamut of emotions. If you do something that bad,
there's no George Floyd in no more. That we didn't already caught onto that grift. They should have made that boy take the stand and had him cry and do whatever you need to do on that stand to humanize him. But these people, in my opinion, are looking for get-rich-quick coming-uppins. They want to come up off of that boy's death. His own family, in my personal opinion, and I think they were misguided. But these other fools that be joining in and want to be social justice warriors, then got that boy sent to prison for 30-some years. Now, you reap what you sow, so if he got 30 years, he got 30 years.
You're right, Bubba. He's right. and it's all about what the jury feels. And if he had gone up there and been, a little bit of remorseful, showed a little regret that another human being died.
His family was there at the funeral.
Right.
There should have been a press conference where
A
the
joint press
family
conference.
came out and said, and I'll come up with it in 30 seconds. Today was a tragic day. There was a loss of life of a teen that should have never happened. My client is remorseful. We cannot believe that something that should have been a simple altercation turned into a life and death event. The family is mortified by this. We're going to do everything within our power to make sure that something like this never happens again.
Because we're going to blame it on the knife.
Yeah,
but it should have just been the other kind of PR where you're like you're taking response. I can't believe my son did this. We're going to make it right, and we're going to. It wasn't about race.
And they made it.
Take the high road.
From the time that from Fort Dyer on, they made it about race.
Trying to get
the first press conference,
right, trying to make emotions out of it, and there's no money in a plea deal. They can't raise money on a plea deal.
No, they can't raise
$646,000.
$646,000, and it's my understanding he was given a public defender.
Yeah, it's a shameful. So they blew that money, got him a crappy lawyer, did a crappy defense, and now he's going to spend half of his life in jail. It's sad. It's really sad.
Some of the trial stuff that happened, Bubba, his defense lawyers put on a witness, and he said, have I spoken to you? And he's like, yeah, about 10 minutes ago before I stepped on the stand. And the witness he called to try to help the defense blasted his case, and then the prosecutor got up and said, we spoke, haven't we? And he's like, yeah, we spoke a couple months ago. The prosecutors did their homework. The defense lawyers did not. And so the defense that they presented not only failed to put him on the stand. If you're taking a self-defense approach, you almost need to get on the stand.
You got to. You got to show those emotions that you've not been able to show anywhere else. On stand, through cross, through direct.
Subjectively, you're in a reasonable fear. What you got? You say that to people. That's the whole.
You put
standard.
him on the stand, Jay, because he's dead to rights. Otherwise,
right.
there's no getting around the fact that he did said act. So in doing that, not putting him on the stand makes him more calloused, more of a villain. You don't know how sorrowful he is. You put him on the stand, he's breaking down, and he's very sorrowful, and those words actually come out of his mouth. I'm sorry. I just, it got away from me, and I think. I
wish it had never happened.
I think
I didn't mean for it to happen. I was scared.
I think the outcome, was. The state didn't know they were going to botch up the trial so bad, so when the state gave him 5 to 15, they're probably thinking they're going to play it right and correctly, and they're not going to botch it up and make it about race. And so the state's like, okay, if this goes to jury and they play it correctly, and he's sorrowful and things like that, I can see where a jury could feel sorry for a couple kids that got mixed up into some bad stuff. So we're going to give them 11 years. We're going to give him 9 years. And that's probably right there in the sweet spot of what the plea deal was, Jay, because they thought that they were giving their attorneys way more credit than the way these race-baiting assholes end up being. And they're like, had somebody that's a good attorney and knew how to navigate through these very troubled waters, they could potentially get some jurors to feel for this kid and give him a lighter sentence. So let's go with a 5 to 15.
And the judge, too. You could get the judge to go lighter.
Yeah.
If this kid came in there and they said, we'll take the plea deal, and then he gave this articulate statement where he says, I regret this. I never meant for this to happen. If I could turn back the clock, I would turn back the clock. I didn't mean to do it, and I did it, and I take full responsibility, but nothing like this will ever happen again in my life. I was never violent before. I'll never be violent again. I pray for the family.
I made a mistake.
I made a mistake. If there's just a way that you can plead to the court with an articulate statement, a passionate, honest statement that you made a mistake.
Yep.
And it was a moment in time that will never happen again.
Instead,
and you feel bad for the family.
And didn't the family bail during the sentencing hearing?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, they threw him up as a sacrificial lamb so they could profit from it. In my opinion, it's disgusting.
You're dead on.
They should be in jail. I gotta go.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
I gotta go.
All right, see you, Lonnie.
Goodbye, Dr. Dan.
Goodbye.
Ow. Shit.
There we go.
Ow. Sorry, man. What's up, everybody? 348. Knowledge. Alright. Hit the thumbs up. Where we at on the thumbs up? I'm trying to get this stupid thing done. Go to BubbaArmyPics.com. Or, Jesus. Go to BubbaArmyPics@gmail.com and send in your pictures for the behind Bubba or the wall or wherever it's being displayed right now. What's up, Alhauser? Roberto Perez, good morning. What's up, Blind Attic? Huh? I don't see him, so.
Imagine a motivator.
What's up, Steve?
That's what your brother said.
That may be a new great phrase. I like it.
We need to actually put that in your.
You need to do a post on that.
Yeah. Yeah. And he just came up with that out of nowhere. I'm just like, man, Jay's full hot on some shit. And he goes, oh, well, that's good.
That's good.
I'm sure he's seen you full hot before.
Yeah, but he and I have always said this thing. If something makes you mad about a case, those are good med-mal cases.
Yeah,
you know,
oh, yeah.
Because doctors get a little bit of a pass, and people want to give their doctors a hall pass. But when you see something that makes you angry, that's something important.
Motivated.
For sure. Because, you know, if it makes you angry after all the years of seeing this shit, it's going to make regular people really angry. Dan is still funny. He put he took his headphones.
That little fucker.
Good morning, everybody. What up, Dirt Merchant? Berto Perez, Kenny F. and Powers over on Rumble, Glenn Longneck, or what up, Grouper Lips? I got about 50 seconds to throw out some love. What up, Dark Match Steve? Haven't seen you in quite some time. Steve's.
Oh, Dark Match
nice.
is here?
What up? Yeah, Dark Match is over in Rumble.
Hi, Steve. How
what
are
up,
you,
Beltsar, Puerto Perez, by the way, everybody.
I thought you hated me, Steve. I thought you hated me.
No, man. Come on, Dark Match. We love you, brother.
What's up, Dark?
I mean, I thought Dark Match hated me.
Semi-autoglass Travis, what up?
He just hates me. I don't know.
Stacey M. Gregory, what
Dark
up?
Match, why the hate, bro?
Big E, HS Bubba fan, Uncle Rucky, by the way, Jeff Coy Kendall, Jeff Schwartz. What's up, everybody?
Hate, bro?
I know, Dan. I had Dr. Dan's golden headphones until he took them, and then I didn't.
He said he broke them or whatever.
I didn't break them. These are his old ones.
Shield your home with storm-resistant siding from Morgan Exteriors. Take advantage of our special this month. Get 20% off your project plus free installation. Choose from high-performance vinyl or fiber cement siding, built to stand up to Florida's toughest storms, heat, and humidity. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today to lock in savings. Visit MorganExteriorsInc.com now. That's MorganExteriorsInc.com. Morgan Exteriors, protecting Florida homes for over 30 years.
It is.
I'm here for the sponge.
Mate, it's all about mate. It's got to be Bubba. I laugh so hard. Bubba the Love Sponge. Ow!
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Lummy, you sent me a video. Is that the walk?
Yeah.
Is it bad?
Oh no, just how he feels about you these days.
Man, I mean,
you guys are best buds.
Can you send it to me or?
Oh, I did. Oh, you mean on the computer?
On the IM? I mean, I don't.
Yeah,
wanna...
I just got it from Ashley. So is
this like real time? Like this is that? Is he watching the show?
He was.
Hey Walker, what's up, my little buddy?
I think he just got dropped off or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, I can email it to myself.
Wow, what a turnaround, huh?
Well, yeah.
It's amazing if you let a kid shoot a hockey puck through your legs.
That sounds awfully strange there.
And it really does. but I was covering my nuts up with my tactical bag, and he had this big long stick that was about 13 sizes too big for him. But we bonded when I came up with this little game. I'm like, Walk, you take the hockey. One kid had the hockey puck, and Walker had the stick. And I said, Walker, work with this kid. This kid was maybe a couple years older than Walker.
Yeah.
And he was like maybe 6 and Walker's 4 or something like that. And so the kid was a little bigger than Walker. I said, hey, listen, so that kid's got the puck. I'm telling Walker, that kid's got the puck and you got a stick and between my legs will be the goal and you guys take turns shooting the puck through my legs. And then I said, when it's not your turn, you take the puck and throw it down like the referee. You know how they throw it down on the ground?
Yep.
So we kind of came up with this little game, and Walker liked it. And that completely... Are you still uploading it?
Yeah, I got to put it to YouTube.
Okay. We'll get to it here momentarily. I saw this today, and I was like... And Dan is, he's the rifle nut, I think all the Diacos have guns. They love their Second Amendment. They love the ability to be able to open carry, then protect their loved ones and themselves. And they drive, very expensive, nice cars. So you never know what asshole is going to get a hair up their ass and try to carjack you and so forth and so on. So I know that all three brothers very much believe in the Second Amendment and their right to carry guns. Now, Dan takes it like everything else. Dan takes it to a whole other level. Dan has literally probably a bigger arsenal than McDill right down the road. I mean, he has got some really nice guns. Really. Like, I'm not even going to get into how extensive his collection is, but he's got some really good guns. And realistically, man, the stuff, Jay, as well as you've done in your car buying, world where you buy a car, you keep it for however long, it doubles, sometimes triples in value, and which kind of helps fund your car collection, so to speak, because 100%. You always kind of make money on them.
Sure.
And at least you break even. And
yes.
At that point, you've driven this car 2-3 years, and you flip it and you break even to a small plus.
Last one I lost money on was that electric vehicle. The Porsche? The Porsche Taycan. Yeah.
I like that car.
Those things, if you drive them off the lot right now, they've got the most appreciation of any Porsche, I think, in history.
Really?
Yeah. You could get that car that I had right now for half price.
For what you paid for it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So but I don't know that you lost a ton.
I more than I like to.
Well, okay. That means that's probably $20,000.
Yeah, I don't.
Whatever. Let's not get into it. Yeah, but let's talk. No figures mentioned. Let's talk about the GX Yippee-Yo. Let's talk about that one. Yeah. And you still left 4 on the table. I mean, you had you just found a different buyer, you would have had another $400,000.
Just
right
our
there.
next door neighbor.
Yeah,
that's an old building.
Guy that was
just let him know.
Guy that's like 62 feet from where you parked every Monday and Tuesday would I think he got a hold of you and said, I would have given you $300,000 more for that.
He still tells me he wishes I would have given it to him.
And you would have made more money.
Sure.
But that was your biggest flip ever, was it not?
Sure.
Yeah. What was the original? We're not going to talk about what you sold it for, but what'd you pay? $350 for that?
You can look up those things. The Porsche Carrera GT is one of the first hypercars, and now they're like off the Richter scales in the multiple millions of dollars. I got it for a sticker 10 years after the car was out there, and at the time, no one really appreciated what those cars were. And so
there wasn't a run on them yet.
No, and so I got it with very few miles. I actually drove it on the track. One of the most historic cars.
You drove it to work. You drove it to the studio a few times.
Yeah, I drove it like a car. I drove it like a Porsche, and it was an amazing thing to have. And so,
how quick was it?
It was fast but scary. Some cars I have, like newer Porsches are like effortless performance. This was something that required skill.
This was more like a race car. It could be erratic. It could get out from underneath you.
Yeah,
whereas
it's the
your
one
new
Paul
stuff,
Walker died in.
Whereas the new stuff has traction control,
right? Exactly.
Way better braking, way better. The GT, was it the GT?
Carrera GT was the last true analog car that Porsche ever put out.
Right. And it was brutal horsepower.
Yeah, it was almost 680 horsepower, and it was 3 pedals, and there's no traction control.
Would you hold it for like 7 years?
I had it for about 8 years.
Yeah, 8 years.
8 years. I mean, it's a long play. It's not like you get these things and then you just flip them.
Right.
There's a little bit of luck. There's a little bit of calculated risk, and if you're able to, there's certain things you can do them with cars that are $30,000. There's cars right now that you could do the same thing with. Mazda MX-5s, and there's certain BMWs and old and there's a lot of ways to do it, but you got to know your brands and you got to know your cars.
You got to be a car guy.
Yeah, 100%.
So this just came down. This is late breaking news.
Yeah, late breaking news.
Okay. Who else? Who was the first person you said you loved? Bubba.
What's the question?
She was asking him just like, hey, like they were talking about who he's. He loves, I love Daddy.
I know you're bummed out right now. Okay, so quit being so downtrodden and just give me the facts.
Well, I'm trying to, because it was they talk about like, hey, who.
I know you're bummed out because your kid likes me right now more than he does.
Yeah, I think she was trying to.
When I was absolutely at one point,
just
about 3 weeks ago, the most hated man on earth.
Yes,
doing you the work.
And
now,
doesn't
love Daddy, he loves Bubba now.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else? Who was the first person you said you loved? Bubba. Bubba. What about him? I love you, Bubba.
Oh,
he's the cutest little guy.
Oh, Lummy.
Look how big he's getting.
Who else? Who was the first person you said you loved?
How in the hell, Lummy, did I turn this thing around?
I mean, it just took. It looks like it took some time.
Man. So do you think, Lummy, like the next time I see him, we'll be good? Like we're good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'd be like, hey, high five, walk.
I guess he also told the grandparents yesterday that he really likes you now, and that you're his friend.
Oh, okay, yeah, we're friends.
He hates me. He's the only little baby boy that doesn't gravitate towards me. And
well, I think it's because he likes Dr. Dan a lot more. So I think Dr. Dan.
And here's the thing: he knows the difference. Like he knows the difference between Jay and Dan.
100%.
He does. And Dan's cool, and Jay's not.
Which
is completely the way life usually doesn't work when it comes to sizing up the Diacos.
He loves my wife.
Usually Jay scores ahead of Dan when it comes to likability.
Well, usually like children, dogs, they like me. But yeah, I mean, Walker loves my wife, loves Danny, Krista, and I come up and he punches me in the face.
He loves chicks. Like he's absolutely a predator. He is absolutely. I mean, he loves chicks, and he is so. And I'm not trying to be creepy, so Ashley, don't get mad at me. But he gravitates to big boobs.
Oh yeah,
like
Dana sent $40.
God, he goes crazy over the merch crick. Like the merch crick is because she's so little with such big noticeable jugs that he gravitates to her. Like he will run past Lummy and give Merch Crick a hug.
Yeah,
loves the Merch Crick more than anything. That might be one of his most favorite people.
100%.
I love this. Idaho became the only state, and realistically, it probably is the most efficient way, and I don't have Dan here today, right now, because I wanted to get to this story with him. One, because of the type of rifle they bought, and Dan probably has 3 or 4 of them. And secondly, I got to think that Dan probably knows medically how traumatic the way we kill people. Electric chair is absolutely barbaric. I don't know that
is cruel and unusual.
That is, listen, I'm all for killing these people because if you've been sentenced to death, you've done something so heinous that I really don't even really care how you die. But it comes a point where, it is cruel and unusual punishment to an extent. I mean, when you kill.
Ironically, firing squads are probably the most humane because it's instantaneous.
I was just getting ready to say, like, they put a target on your heart. They get 3 men with 308s. There is one blank out of the 3. There's 3 guys that are 10 yards away. And they shoot through these little holes in the wall, and the hole's only big enough for them to get their barrel and for them to get their sight. They have a scope on them. And they put out like an X, or they put a big X right at your heart, like a piece of paper pinned to your lapel, whatever the hell. You have the option to have your eyes covered. And then the warden or whoever gives them, or who's in charge of the 3 shooters, there's one guy in charge, the captain. He gives a cadence, you fire. Now, as a guy that's, firing, you have the ability to say, I had the blank, because they don't know who's got the blank. So, and then there's another scenario, whereas if the first round didn't seem to kill the guy completely, the warden can now, within, I think it's a few minutes, order a second round of firing. So the firing squad, here it goes. Idaho becomes the first U.S. state with a firing squad as the primary execution method, started in July 1st. With trained police officers expected to pull the triggers, the Idaho Department of Correction this week released new protocols detailing how execution should be carried out at the state's maximum security prison in South Boise. And so each gun, Jay, taxpayers probably want to know this. The Idaho Department of Corrections purchased 5 Daniel. I wonder if Danny's got a Daniel
Defense, a DD5.
A Daniel DD5 P308, and if he doesn't, he's getting one soon.
Yep.
So anyway, the firing squad will include 3 primary shooters and 2 alternatives. With a team leader who loads the rifles, volunteers must be Idaho law enforcement officers certified through the POST for at least 3 years with no recent disciplinary issues involving firearms or use of force.
Volunteers. Interesting.
I don't think you get paid for it. Shooters must pass marksman testing from at least 7 yards, hitting a target matching the size, shape, and height of the one used in the executions. Any misses disqualify the volunteer. It'd be interesting to know, Jay, how many guys tried out for it, right?
Yeah.
During the execution.
I didn't know they had like a tryout.
Yeah, they do. During the execution, again, I read this earlier, the 3 shooters will fire from about 10 yards away, positioned behind a protective wall with a 1-foot opening. The Idaho Department of Corrections says this limits their exposure to the execution area. The Idaho Department of Corrections purchased 5 Daniel Defense DD5-P 308 caliber rifles with scopes and suppressors and bipods at $4,844 each, totaling more than $24,000. Listen to this. To retrofit their execution chamber cost more than I wonder if Kurt Morgan got that contract. Kurt, I know you can put new windows in my house. You can build me a new bathroom, but can you refit the execution chamber in Idaho? Hell yeah, I got a crew out there right now. The condemned person will be offered a mild sedative the night before, and then again 4 hours before the execution. They'll be strapped in an execution chair with a target affixed to their heart and may request an eye covering. I think I'd have a bag over my head too.
Well, you could just have like those little night goggles.
Yeah.
That's what I would ask for.
The team leader will give a cadence for the 3 shooters to fire in unison, with a magazine for each rifle loaded with a single 308 110 grain tap round. After up to 2 minutes, the prison director can order a second volley if signs of life remain.
They got to wait 2 minutes?
Yeah, like the guys, yeah. Firing squad members' identities are confidential by state law, known only to the prisoner's director and deputy chief. None may be related to the prisoner, victims, or any other relatives. See, that's something. They should let the family shoot him. 8 prisoners, 7 men, and 1 woman, all convicted of murder, are currently on Idaho's death row. So they got 7 dudes and 1 chick on Idaho's death row. The state has not carried out an execution in 14 years. Robin Mayer, the executive director of the Death Penalty Information Center. Boy, she's got a lonely job. She's like the Maytag repairman. She's never right? I mean, she hasn't, hold on.
She hasn't done anything since 2012.
She hasn't done anything for 14 years, but she shows up to work. What are you doing?
I wonder what she's getting paid
I
to
don't
do that
know.
job.
The Death Penalty Information Center, she's the executive director, said that every new execution method has been introduced with broken promises of being more humane, calling the firing squad as flawed as any other. Well, how else do you want to kill them? Electric chair is the worst. You can't hang people anymore. And this, the
lethal injection's not what
lethal
they claim it
injection.
is.
Lethal injection, they're saying, is horrible. That you struggle and it slowly takes your breath away. And some of the problems, you might know this, is that the manufacturers of the chemicals that they use, the death cocktail, so to speak, Big Pharma doesn't want to sell to these
correction
facilities because they don't want to be associated with because these medications used singly, they have to mix them all together and make it the death concoction. But
you can get them in Canada under your insurance,
right?
Like literally, they'd rather sell them to Canada so that regular people could commit suicide and euthanasia rather than give them to a corrections facility to euthanize somebody who committed heinous acts.
So like Purdue and these big pharmas, as soon as the state of Florida Department of Corrections are ordering some of this, I think it's sodium pentanol or something, Dan would know.
Yeah.
And when they start ordering this, they won't fill it. They're like, we ain't sending it to you. We don't have to. And so a lot of states are having hard times even getting the TT99 juice that kills you. So I'd go to a firing squad. I think, like Jay said 5 minutes ago, I think it might be the most humane way. I mean, it's still somewhat barbaric, but I think it does the job quite efficiently.
Dan said it many times. It's difficult to kill a human being, and to kill a human being in a way that is not cruel and unusual punishment. You would hope it would be instantaneous, without pain. And by giving them the sedatives ahead of time and letting them have their eyes blindfolded, they're arguably giving them the best chance of having, I'm alive, I'm no longer alive.
Right. I'm down. I'm up, down. And I think the sedative is a big kind of important play too. So they're getting it in you the night before to really calm you down, and then up to 4 hours before they give it to you. I got to think that you're like super chill, like kind of the stuff they give you before they put you on for a colonoscopy.
Dude, I'm stressed out for an MRI if they're strapping a target to my chest.
You're stressed over. Tell us about the big chipped tooth caper.
Oh,
what happened, bud?
Damn lifesavers.
And Dan's like, as soon as Jay gets one in his mouth, he automatically starts chomping. Like there's no sucking involved. He just starts chomping. No. He starts chomping yesterday. Next thing you know, crack Crown Willie.
Yep, 2.
2?
Yeah, on the same side. I thought I was chunky. I thought I was eating wintergreen, and it turned out to be tooth. So I'm like, what the hell is this?
Man, I'm not eating winter. That's straight porcelain right there, my friend. Damn. And nothing's the worst because as soon as it breaks, you know it.
Danny loves them too. What he does now is he just throws them on the ground. So he pre-breaks them and then he eats them.
Oh, okay. He stomps them.
Yeah, he has, because we have them individually wrapped. We don't get like a like normal like stalk. What would you?
No, they're
we don't get a roll of lifesavers like we did as kids.
For clients to grab a couple of.
Right. Yeah. We have a bucket of them, and so Danny will just grab a handful and throw them on the ground.
I heard you single-handedly get a quad workout by how many times you go down there and grab them.
100%.
I heard you're down there all the time.
We go through a lot of lifesavers in my office.
How many of us in here? Because I'll say me have been ticketed for running a red light, and then you just pay. It's like $148.
Last one I paid was $158.
It's $100. It's like it's $160.
Yeah.
It's not like you can't even call Kevin up because Kevin. You know what Kevin tells you? It's not worth. Just pay it.
My son just got one. I couldn't believe it.
They put it right there in that sweet spot where it's a little bit of a hit and it sucks.
There's no points though, right? It's just a civil infraction.
It's just like if you pay it.
Right.
But if not, you got to fight it, and then it ends up being a whole big. You can't really hire an attorney because he ain't 168. Like again, most attorneys from Jay to Kevin to Brian will tell you, hey, just scratch out the check because it's not worth the bull crap of having. It's just not worth it. And they make it right there at their. If it was $3.50, people would fight it. Right? But at $1.50, $1.48, $1.58, let's just pay it. They got me, and it makes you far more mindful of these son of a bitches, and these red light cameras, which is absolutely the biggest scam going. And I love this guy. This is up in Pensacola.
Yes.
And he does his research on the company that does the red. See, here's the thing. The city of Tampa, the city of Largo, whoever's got the red light cameras, it's not a city thing. They don't have the money to put. These are they're quite a piece of equipment. Like
they're super sophisticated.
They're very expensive. And so the city enters into agreement with this big company, and you pay the company, and the city gets a not even that large of a percentage. And this guy does kind of reverse engineers the red light ticket system within Pensacola. And, man, he breaks it down brilliantly. And after he breaks it down, you're like, man, if I had an opportunity to have a say-so with my county and or city commissioners with regards to shaking people down for it, not like if all the money went to the city or a large portion went to it, okay, maybe. Because they could use it to buy stuff. Stuff for us. Better roads, better cop cars, better equipment for the fire department. But this guy breaks it down and lets you know who's really getting rich at this. And I love this dude.
Now, I'm going to be a little bit meaner than them, so please don't violate my rights. Normally, I wouldn't come to a city council meeting. I'm one of the county's pains in the ass. Historically, I stay out of the city, and the city stays out of my business. It was a pretty decent arrangement. But then y'all sent me one of these tickets from one of your...
Kind of got a back-in-the-day Kurt Morgan feel about him, doesn't he?
For sure.
AI red light cameras you have deemed as necessary infrastructure in your city. Thing about this is I was in Seminole, Alabama at the time I allegedly ran this red light downtown. How can I be in two places at once, you ask? Don't worry, I asked myself that too. Outside of Scotty beaming me up 30 miles in an instant, the only logical conclusion is I wasn't there. These things have been deemed unconstitutional for this reason, because the enforcement action of 316.0083 unduly shifts the burden of proof to the vehicle owner, me, to prove my innocence rather than the state having to prove my guilt. Currently, I'm guilty by default. I've been convicted by a computer program. Usually this whole mess of who committed the infraction is settled by a police officer pulling somebody over and actually witnessing them in the driver's seat. The AI camera doesn't do any driver verification whatsoever. To get your constitutionally mandated due process, you have to jump through hoops put up by Automated Enforcement Division, a private company in Orlando that's owned by another corporation called Novoa Global, which is owned by a Chilean-Swedish millionaire named Carlos Hofstedt.
Man. Wow. I mean, man.
So not only does this process flow through a private company, our DMV records and personal registration information are accessible by a foreign actor. But anyway, AED sends you this paper, and if you want to fight this thing because you're wrongfully accused, me again, you can't just request a hearing through PPD or the courthouse. Remember, Carlos is involved, so if you have to go through his company, his website, print off his paper, fill it out with enough information to take out a home loan, have it notarized, mail it to the foreign actor, Carlos in Orlando, and then wait for something from someone to tell you about a hearing. This is undue burden even to begin to try to get some kind of...
Man, I'd love this guy's research. Don't you, Jay? I love it.
It's very smart.
Due process. Paying is super easy, though. Go figure.
Yeah.
And about that, you can't pay cash. PPD doesn't accept it, and neither does Carlos. According to 31 U.S.C. 5103, all U.S. currency and coins must be accepted for all government obligations, fines, fees, taxes, and due. So not only does this whole thing violate constitutional due process, it violates federal law by not accepting U.S. currency to satisfy a government action. Whoever thought this was a good idea is a self-loathing, America-hating, bureaucratic hobgoblin whose pockets probably got stacked with Carlos bucks. You got my attention, though. I'm going to become a more frequent voice down here working to expose frauds and petty tyrants. Congratulations, you all got yourselves a new pain in the ass.
I love him.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
And he's right. It's a due process thing. There is no due process. It's burden shifting,
and it's like that. You're guilty, and it's completely opposite of how the judicial system's supposed to be, right?
Innocent until proven guilty. This is guilty until you prove your innocence.
And proving your innocence is just not as easy as see. They make again like
it's
the
unfair.
guy said,
I shouldn't have to.
They make paying super easy, but they make fighting super hard. Very well said. Great job. Finally, let me before we when we return. Remember when we got that call from some guy that was familiar with Chicago politics? I think he might live in Chicago.
He did. He moved down here now. He's a St. Pete police officer because he couldn't take.
He was a Chicago cop.
Yes, he was.
And he called the show, and he's a St. Pete cop now. He's probably like saying, "Oh my God."
Oh, he loves it.
I love St. Pete.
Yep.
Great. Chief Holloway's a good dude. Looks like Charlie Crist might be your next mayor. You're fine. You're doing good compared to the rat. And it's all about leadership. So we used to get on Lori Lightfoot, that Beetlejuice-looking bitch, the worst. But she wasn't. So we had a guy call in and say, "Listen, man, I know Lori Lightfoot's done, but this next dude coming in is why I'm going to quit and retire and take my retirement as a Chicago PD. I've been in long enough to get a pension, and I'm going to go to Florida and try to find me a police officer job because the next guy that's taken over makes Lori Lightfoot look like, the best leader ever." And we're like, there's no way anybody could be worse than Lori Beetlejuice Lightfoot ever. Well, this guy is. This guy really pisses me off, too. He never really answers the questions.
Nope.
He hates white people. He hates white people. He hates white people. He hates the police. But yet he hates the police. He's scaled back community policing. I think the murder rate is at an all-time high. Just over the weekend, 40 people shot and 8 people killed during Father's Day / Juneteenth weekend.
Really?
40 shot, 8 killed.
Jeez.
And
that's more than Iran.
And that's more than the ongoing war we have with a whole other country.
So how about that, Democrats? We got more loss of life in Chicago in one weekend than we did in the war that you guys protested so much.
I think, Lummy, he's on the verge of losing the Bears. They're thinking about moving to Hammond, Indiana.
Yep.
He's scaled back on community policing. And guess what? But yet he has 150 police officer detail for his personal protection.
You're kidding.
He has 100. Let me look it up and give me that and send it to me. Mayor, is his name Johnson?
Yeah, Mayor Johnson.
Yeah. Mayor Johnson has 150 police officer detail for his own protection while taking out, I think 10 to 15% of the total police force off the streets to police. It might be the murder capital of America. And he blames Richard Nixon. That's who he blames. What? In the latest press conference, he blames Richard Nixon.
Let me send it to you.
We'll do it next.
Bubba, you're hot.
Bubba-isms are the best thing in the world, man.
It's fun. It's so much fun.
Bubba the Love Sponge. We love you, Bubba.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
His security detail, Jay, costs the taxpayers $22.5 million.
During COVID, the worst time ever, our police chief had Butch. He and Butch were going out together. You remember? That's absolutely insane. But they need to defund the police, defund ICE. Good morning, everybody.
What video is this?
100,000 plus real.
I believe it's talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Chicagoans who say that it is hate speech for you to evoke the Civil War Over the last...
It's that same reporter, Bubba.
I love
It's
this guy.
The same guy.
Yeah, and Mayor Johnson hates his fucking guts more than anything.
Yes, yes.
I think the guy's name is
Pappy Jasper, what up? Dirt Merchant, Jeff Schwartz.
I forget what the guy's name
Jeff
is, but I love him.
Blind Medic, good morning.
William J. Kelly.
That's the reporter?
Yeah.
He's funny.
We know what? I mean, we reach out to him, see if we can get him for an interview.
Okay.
I hear that it's doing great. Pity and Wendy went there last night. It's supposed to be awesome. It's right across from Jimmy's building, Jimmy Calibas.
Who's that? Forbici?
Yep.
Forbici St. Pete.
Yep, the new one's supposed to be amazing.
Isn't it triple the size of the other one?
I think it is. Light up Permagrom. Shaka right back at you, Butta.
Alright, here we go.
Yeah.
Kelly.
And it has like outdoor seating, and it's really supposed to be elevating that area. What's that? It used to be the Sundial?
Yeah.
Oh, is that where it is?
Yeah.
That thing's been through so many
So it's like literally across the street from Jimmy.
When it used to be Daywalk?
Yeah.
When I first started, that's when I was living.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Don't go down there after 9 o'clock. That's what it back in the
Well,
day.
not anymore.
I know, but I'm saying back in the day
yeah.
when I was first able to drive, it was don't go to Baywalk.
It was almost teen takeovers before there was such a thing.
Oh, there was, yeah.
Yeah. All good, Mary Kay Jeff. Enjoy Daytona. It's gorgeous. What's up, Heather Spin Instructor? Attack of the Dog. Snizuki, what up? You're right, by the way.
What's up, Joe? Check of the dog warning.
Good morning, Snizuki Sled. Henny Jacks, what's up, buddy? Mitch the Mark. How you doing, Mitch? Sicilian Redneck, good morning, Paisano. White Iced Tea, what up, buddy? Hope everyone's having a good beginning of the week. I got depots all the rest of the week. Got some major stuff going on the next couple of weeks. What up, Alan Bowling? How you doing, buddy?
High stakes Driz,
You know that. Rainy, Oklahoma Realtor. Good morning to
Rainy!
you.
I love Rainy. Rainy, I hope you're doing better, sweetie.
Oh, nice, Heather Spin Instructor.
Nice, that'll be fun.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show, listener supported via PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App, all at the Bubba Army, now returns.
As I was talking earlier before we get out of here, Mayor Johnson protected, by the way, the mayor of Chicago, protected by 150 Chicago cops while claiming the city is safe. Mayor Brandon Johnson keeps telling Chicago residents the city is safe, but his actions tell a very different story. Despite his public confidence, reports indicate that Mayor Johnson's security details includes a dedicated team of 150 Chicago police officers, costing taxpayers an estimated $22.5 million in annual salaries alone, not to include overtime, vehicles, and specialized equipment, bringing the total of about $30 million a year to protect him. It makes Johnson's personal protection operation one of the largest of any mayor in the United States, reportedly larger than Los Angeles' Karen Bass, who oversees a city that's twice the size of Chicago. For comparison, Mayor Lori Lightfoot her detail was 90 officers, and that drew criticism. Now Brandon Johnson is 150 at $30 million a year.
Yeah, it is personal. Black death has been unfortunately accepted in this country for a very long time.
How about your city? Let's talk about Black death in your city, where you control the police department and everybody else. You are a strong mayor in control of the whole thing.
We had a chance 60 years ago to get at the root causes, and people mocked President Johnson, and we ended up with Richard Nixon.
Talk about a race baiter. Wow. What does that have to do with the fact that 8 people died this weekend in Chicago and 40 were shot?
That's some mental gymnastics.
I'm going to work hard every day to transform this city. That's what it takes to build a better, stronger, safer Chicago, and I need everybody to step up. So
here is our guy, and Lemmy's going to try to get this guy on the air next week.
Yep.
Give me a day's notice so I can do some research.
No problem.
Over the last week, I've literally interacted with over 300,000 plus real Chicagoans.
By the way, this guy here is the only reporter in Chicago that has the balls to stand up to this monster. And he does a great job. I love this dude.
Who say that it is hate speech for you to evoke the Civil War, to evoke bringing back the Confederacy, to say that law enforcement is a sickness when you yourself have over 150 sworn police officers on your detail. What do you say to these people, and will you ask your 150 sworn police officer CPD detail to stand down if you and your wife Stacy are ever attacked, shot at, or rammed with a protester vehicle?
First of all, I'm sorry to hear that your numbers of interactions have gone down to only 300,000.
Actually millions, but personally I've interacted with over 300,000, believe it or not.
It went down this week.
No, it's going up. Higher than yours, by the way. By the way, check out your comments. Check out the comments on your feed.
I think it's important to be able to make sure that to the people that you're talking to, though you're talking to less and less people every week, is that they know the truth. Here's what I've said. That the addiction on jails and incarceration and the addiction of militarism, it is an evil. Dr. King made that very clear.
Really?
He did. And so,
man, his whole jam is to be racial.
So I believe it's incumbent upon us to make sure that the real Chicagoans or the real people of America, instead of sending billions of dollars overseas, we should be spending it on the people right here in the city of Chicago.
Including, but not limited to, $30 million for my own personal protection.
Well, the real Chicagoans that I talk to, that I communicate with, mostly black and brown, actually, tell me that you don't seem to know the difference between illegal aliens and real Chicago citizens. They feel that you are siding with the illegal aliens over them in their communities. And sadly,
let's get to the question.
Let's get to the question. The real question is simply this. I don't know how to make it any more direct. An illegal alien from Nicaragua grabbed a woman on the north side last week, bashed her head into the sidewalk, knocked her unconscious, and raped her. If that had been your wife, Stacy, would you want ICE to deport her, to deport that illegal alien? Yes or no? Answer the question as a man, not as mayor, but as a man. Would you want ICE to deport that rapist?
That is not an out of bounds question.
No.
That is not an out-of-bounds question.
Not at all. Not until he makes it out of bounds. Because he's got a God like him complex.
That's the answer. That's the answer for real Chicagoans.
Mayor, sorry for being late to traffic's bad. Maybe the Fed's gonna help.
You're not blaming me for the traffic, are you?
I love that guy. That's an old clip, but I've seen that before.
Yeah.
He's excellent.
Phew. Jay, I appreciate you, my friend. I'll walk you out.
I appreciate you. Thank you to the Bubba Army for all you guys do for me. Diaco Law, really appreciate you guys.
Lummy, don't get heat with me because I'm Walker's new favorite.
It's okay, Bubba.
I mean, you should be excited for my turnaround.
I am. It's unbelievable.
We got me and Walker's. The sky's the limit with our relationship, my man. I mean, you even asked me to be a little assistant coach, this fall when he's doing some baseball stuff.
I mean, next thing you know, you're going to be taking him out fishing.
No, I'm not going to do that. Let's be perfectly clear. I'm not going to do anything with your kid that you're not there at, okay? I don't need to have any alone time with them other than with you or Ashley. Okay. My friend? Yeah, that's creepy. We'll see you tomorrow, guys.
Thanks for letting me finish. You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
co-host and show historian, Lummit.
It's Brian Matroni, king of counter program.
Gene Lasker, voice of the people. Glad you get to hear me.
Gary Cantrell, video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
Co-host, Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire, of Council.
Co-host, J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello.